Yeah,
because I could have sworn.
Yeah, they were.
I did not know the rules were updated for this map.
Yeah, they were updated. So the top of these roofs have been knocked off. Yeah.
No wonder we haven't seen them on the roof then.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Yeah, and Nestle Edge here is the only one that's allowed in play. And that does give a bit of an edge over on the A flag. That is the only place you can
I just feel like an idiot. Thank you.
It's okay.
Okay. Well, I learned that today. I also learned today that I suck at guessing which teams are going to win. Except the grand finals. I will win this one. But yeah, we're going to see Lincoln Dam. And I mean, we can look at the entire map pool coming up. Operation Locker. Here, let's do this. Lincoln Dam, who do you think it favors? What team?
PyRo have done very well on this map. They played Dig on this very recently, yesterday, and they smashed them. I mean, it wasn't even a close game. I mean, they really just dominated from the outset, and Dig were constantly playing that game and trying to get B all the time. And yeah, they suffered for it.
All right, Operation Locker. That's the second map.
MYM have a lot of close games on this, and they managed to beat Fnatic on it, obviously, which is a team that PyRo obviously beat on Locker today. I would say MYM probably a bit stronger on that.
Okay. What about Zavod after that?
Zavod, PyRo. But MYM played quite a bit, but PyRo have done quite well in the past as well.
And then Dawnbreaker?
PyRo have been looking pretty strong on that, but MYM, it doesn't matter, but MYM have already just done 230 tickets today alone on that map, so I'm going to go with MYM.
And then, of course, to round out the map pool, Siege of Shanghai.
Siege of Shanghai, that is going to be the wild card, I think. That could go either way. Since the map change and the change of spawns, I really don't know. I've seen MYM play and not do that great. I haven't really seen much of PyRo on it, so I think that is going to be the wild card map.
I feel like it's interesting between these two teams because, to me, PyRo, one of those teams where if they have control, they will just run with it. MeetYourMakers, though, they're one of those teams to me, at least from what I can remember back in the Cups, that they don't necessarily need control to win the games. Yeah, it's a little bit weird sounding. Obviously, if you're listening to it, it's like, oh, you don't need control. How do they win? But they don't necessarily depend on the control of the game or the flow of the game.
Yeah, they don't rely on just having momentum.
They can play reactionary and still come out on top.
Yeah, they can go with the tide. They can take it. They can play from behind. They can play from ahead. They can do it all. PyRo, they need the early aggression.
They look really.
They need that to start with.
They look, I don't want to say really mediocre, but they don't look like the team we normally see when they're, controlling the pace of the game. And obviously we'll be kicking this off. It's going to be a best of 5 here to determine who wins this first place and who comes out. Team UMAV. Forever second. Sorry.
Forever third or fourth now.
Well, yeah, they've dropped. They've gone down. But yeah, it's determined. I mean, no one expected really these two teams except, I guess, Mr. Chaloner, Mr. Red-Eye, had the Dark Horse MeetYourMakers going. I guess you did as well since you were chatting with them. But they're in the grand finals now. They started off on a high note. Can they end on a high note?
I really feel they can. I think they've got a bit of momentum going for them right now. And you got to remember, this is the team, MYM in case, who won the very first ESL Beta Cup. And right now, they are in the final for the very first EMS. And yeah, you said they haven't had a championship in a while. Well, I've got a good one they can take today.
Very true indeed. All right, as we are kicking this one off, we're going to have MeetYourMakers over on the Chinese side, and we're going to have PyRo over on the Russian side. And we see 3 men of each team, actually 4 on the side of MeetYourMakers, rushing straight for B here, but this nice little crossfire, trying to catch them off guard when they were going for the cross. Fortunately, doesn't work out too well. I mean, we'll see the fights break out here inside of this B flag. And right now, can't really determine which team really has control of it just yet, but Punchro gets taken down. And that might have solidified here, as you do see 3 men of MeetYourMakers now falling away. And only, I believe, 2 on the side of PyRo, but B still has yet to be captured right now.
Everyone in B traded. Everyone died.
No one's even inside the building.
Everyone in B died, and it's going to be MYM trying to pick that up, but meanwhile, they're suffering a fight over at C. It's a one-on-one now with Waffy and Melisium and company, and that is interesting start. MYM are going to have to rotate more people to defend the C flag, and right now they've got enough there.
That's a lot of people to commit.
And that's a lot of kills
C.
they just got as well. And this is very important. Ducky-chan, last remaining, 3-on-1 for him, and I don't know if he can take this. He needs to be very, very careful. He gets taken out, and there you go. The break has finished pretty much, and PyRo with the first bleed.
And 2 more kills coming in right after that too. And I'm a little bit confused to not have MeetYourMakers notice that, hey, there's 3 or 4 people here. Maybe we should just push A instead.
Yeah, and
they wanted to fight. They didn't want to retreat.
Yeah, they want this C and B hold. That's what they really, really want. And that trade in the middle of B, you really should have gone MYM's way, but They died, everyone died, no one got the flag, and it left it in limbo, and that gave PyroGen the chance to steal a flag, and right now this is looking good for them, and if they can't clean up this A flag, which they do, this is good for MYM. It could have been a full domination cap, but they are still going to have a bleed against them.
Poor Flax, the furthest spawn he could possibly have away from everyone. He doesn't respawn on top of anyone, but they are going to be pushing in here, and now this is the moment you're talking about. Just get in beam and say, come and get us. See if you can break our defense. And right now, PyroGen able to hold on to here. Have taken down Waffy in the hands of Monstro, and they're looking for a couple more. They're watching pretty much every single angle they possibly can. And MeetYourMakers, you can see them. Well, it looks seems like when someone dies, they're just like, all right, let's regroup. Obviously, can't really take the man down if we don't pick anyone off. And right now, with all this time that they're wasting for that, or they're putting into that strategy, they're falling really far behind in tickets.
Yeah, indeed, and that's just how this map breaks down sometimes. And really, MYM's failure to capture that B flag off the bat has really hurt them now, and PyroGen are running off that, and they are picking off every MYM attacker, and it's not looking good for them at all. But that C flag is open, and this is a chance to bring the game into flux, and that's something MYM need to do, and they need to do it quick.
Yeah, instead of hitting that B, looks like they want to go for the backside of C here, and they will have only one man, Ikaho, to defend against us. He sees the flags taken away, he sees B's taken away as well. He's probably asking for a little bit of backup here, but he's just waiting for the push. He's just waiting for C to be captured, and then go on the attack. And I would imagine this could actually work out very well in his favor, as you do see C locked down. You just see one man punch roll. They're actually working for a two-man push, and it actually works out very well. A smart take, not getting too aggressive, not getting, or being very very patient as well. And just went in for it, capped it over, and they get B back as well. But that big fight breaking out inside.
Yeah, and every time MYM manages to pull away a few attackers onto that C flag, they don't make much of an effort onto B, but this is their big chance here, and it goes their way finally. They get the kills, 4-man on B. No one at A though, that is wide open, but it doesn't matter because PyroGen just want to fight at B, and they're going straight head to head. Both these teams just standing and banging right now.
Oh, Flasher, he hesitated on that shot right there, got taken down. Monstro and Hexus. Well, Hexus came out big earlier on against Fnatic. You remember his play on Zavad? I know I do. And he's going to be swinging around, coming in for potentially the backside. B will be captured over. Actually, for PyroGen, they got the clear up. They got the 3 men that were inside the building. And right now, PyroGen, they are running away with this game. They have a 40-ticket lead here.
Yeah, Icano picking off all the defenders on that B flag there and getting the capture. And they're playing exactly how MYM would wanted this game, the C and B. And MYM once again relying on the randomized spawns and getting the furthest ones possible. And that's why the A flag is not a good one to have. And they're constantly stuck. They know full well, but if they can break through to B and hold this flag, they can turn this game around. But right now, PyroGen just have to keep this going.
Oh, they're falling further and further behind now, approaching 60 tickets here. Only 5 minutes into the game, and right now, Fasher trying to hold on to this push onto the inside. There's going to be one man to his right, gets the kill on Ducky Chan. He's going to maintain B for a little bit longer with that Ace 52. And again, MeetYourMakers going for a hit on a C here. Let's see if they can pull this one off. Safe, going to be coming in through the staircase here in just a second, looking for a man. It's going to be to his right or and his left. And he's taking his time. I like the patient play, but when you're this far down now, I think you're kind of... patience might not work out for you.
Yeah, I kind of feel that MYM are probably getting very desperate right now. They know they need to redress this map as quick as possible. And PyroGen are in just superior positions to defend these flags. And that came off a break, and they've kept this control from the start to the finish. Right now, C, though, is going over to MYM, and the bleed for the first time in quite a while is going back over to MYM, and you can already see PyroGen are rotating to go for that A. They are keeping B.
70.
Yeah. And they're
approaching 80.
They're anchoring themselves on that B flag as much as possible. That's where majority of their spawns are coming in, and that's where they're getting all the kills.
And Flasher getting, wow, a lot of kills. I think that was about 3 right there, if not assists as well. Stops the push on B. They're going to maintain control of it. They're going to get A for free because no one's there to contest it. And the thing is, they're committing 2 people to that A push when there's no one there without realizing it. But they can depend on pretty much Flasher alone to hold on to B, it seems.
Yeah, and right now, MYM are just failing to get any of the kills that they need to actually secure these flags. Flax eventually takes down Flasher, who's just been causing so many issues, but their kills are just coming in thick and fast right now, and MYM are looking to suffer possibly the worst defeat they have suffered in this tournament so far, and Pyro are just on top right now.
They are on fire at this point, and it looks like they're still going to try to contest B here. Waiting for a couple of respawns in as you see Hex is sitting inside this bathroom area. Peeks out, looks for the kill. It's a little bit of damage in there, not picking up the kill just yet. But still, 72 tickets right now. 101 to 30 tickets. We do have a tri-cap, though, in favor of MeetYourMakers, and the tickets, you're going to see they are bleeding away. See, going to be capped over here in just a second. Going to give him that superior respawn location, and Hexus, he's just trying to stay alive. He's waiting for a couple of respawns to come in. He's even spraying around corners, pre-firing it. Looks for Ducky Chan, can't get the shot onto him, but B now being contested here. And all I do is just grab this B back, and I feel like if MeetYourMakers in the next 10 seconds, if they do lock B down, that's going to be it. They're going to pretty much not be able to pull any points back for themselves.
Yeah, but Hexus eventually goes down. He's been hiding out in the men's bathroom at B for a long, long time, managing to really just hold that flag, and more importantly, it's a spawn point for the rest of the team. While this is going on, though, Safe has been harassing that C flag, and this is giving MYM a chance to possibly get a full domination cap, but Melisium comes in, takes down Waffy, and MYM are doing something that they have done plenty of times on this map before, especially against UMAV, and they find themselves out of position when they are on pretty much the safest place possible. They had B and they had C, but they started rotating too soon, and they paid for it with a flag.
All right, well, 81 take us to 27 right now. We're going to see things normalize a little bit here. Montreal does get taken down. That should be C back in favor of Pyrogen. And now, with 26 tickets remaining, with Flax, the only man alive, is Safe, does finally respawn in. I feel like that might be the nail in the coffin. I think that might be the first half going over to, in a very one-sided fashion, to Pyrogen here. But they're still fighting back. They're still doing everything they possibly can here. They have been able to lock down control of B, but they lost A again. It's just an A-C hole. I said B because that's what you typically see. But now the tri-cap will be coming in here, and that's got to be it. I mean, just one more hold. That's it. That's all I can do.
Yeah, there's nothing they can do. MYM have lost this round quite significantly. And what happened to B there was quite evident in this game in a way, is they were spawning en masse on each other, but they were in such an open spot that they were just surrounded and killed. It's great to spawn on top of your friends, but if you're surrounded by the enemy, you're just going to die. And that is what happened. 80 tickets for Pyrogen, and welcome to Lankan Dam. You get that B hold at the beginning, and you are going to suffer if you cannot break it quick.
Just like the dam in the game.
I didn't even get that one. Maybe subconsciously I just keep trying to get like good puns in there and so on. It just doesn't work. Not aware.
I tried many times in the past and I failed horribly. But you know one thing that didn't fail horribly? Pyrogen's defense right there. Even offense coming out huge. 17-8 for Flasher, 15-8 for Hexus, 13-6 for Melisium, Ikaho 9-9, and of course Monstro, the technically worst on the team, even though they had the highest score, 10-11. That is not a bad record. And then you look on the other side, MeetYourMakers, Flax 11-9, 10-11 for Punch Rule, Safe 9-11, Wathi 8-14, and Ducky Chan 6-15. So not the greatest of starts for MeetYourMakers, but obviously as we saw earlier on against Epsilon, they don't really care about a half. They only care about the final half, really.
And you got to understand from MYM's point of view, they were spending most of that time attacking. They never really broke through to B. And with that, they're constantly being killed. That's why their kills are never going to be that good. Unless they can break B, they're constantly caught on the move, and they were out of position a lot of the time there, and they suffered for it badly. And it all comes down on this map. If MYM want to win it, they need to get early control. They need to get that B flag. They must feel that they were so close to getting it there. They had a man on the outside of that flag while that fight broke down. They could have captured that B flag, but they wanted to make sure that their victory was complete. And at that time they didn't have, and Pyro ran away with it, taking that B flag, holding that BC for so long, and really just bled MYM dry.
All right, well, half obviously in the books now with that 80 ticket lead, but MeetYourMakers, they can come back here. You see the focus on their faces. They realize what we need to do, grab B, hold it down, and we can really win it from there. But we're going to have Pyrogen over on the Chinese side, and now we're going to have MeetYourMakers over on the Russian. We're kicking this one off here, and let's see how this game gets developed. I really liked Pyrogen's play in the beginning, sending that one man to watch the cross to B, but instead MeetYourMakers just going to send 4 straight into that flag and try to lock it down immediately, as we can go ahead and switch over to in-game, I believe, and see how this one really goes here.
Yeah, the man they put on the cross was also caused some crossfire onto that B flag as well. But Pyrogen just got shot down at B. They have 2 men left on the field. They're all spawning back in. And Pyrogen are not going to give up this fight over B. They are spawning in en masse right now. And MYM are starting to falter, but they're keeping themselves inside the building, and that's where they need to be.
All right, well, I swear to you guys, even though you don't see it on your screen, not exactly sure why, there is a game breaking out, and Right now, MeetYourMakers do have a 2-to-1 hold. This is the true definition of shoutcasting, I can tell you that. You guys can't say anything, you just gotta listen, close your eyes and imagine what's going on, because right now, MeetYourMakers with this two flag hold, have actually not lost out on a ticket just yet, 150 to 129. And I wonder if it's gonna continue to go the way, because they're actually going for a tri-cap here.
Yeah, if they get a tri-cap here, they're going to lose that B flag, but they will get the A and the C, and they will keep this bleed going. And AE tickets is what they got to deal with. It's going to be a hard task, but if there's one team that's going to do it in this matchup, it will be MYM.
Yes, it will, and let's see how this one continues to settle now, as we do have actually PyRo. Even though they start on the other side of the map, they're getting a BC hold. And that's where they're comfortable in that first half, and that's where they're going to be comfortable here yet again. And you said 80 tickets. That's not a lot, or that's not a little amount of tickets for them. That is quite a bit, and MeetYourMakers have to be very careful. Every move they have to execute has to be perfect, almost flawless. And you see Flash looks for a couple kills, picks one up on a punch roll, and does defend this flag. He even gets a second, I believe that was. Actually, no, gets the re-kill onto him as he did get revived. Chasing him down, move back away, and you see, I believe that sigh of yours was actually PyRo just destroying MeetYourMakers over at B.
Yeah, and MYM was so close. He took down, he was a 3-on-1 affair. MYM took down 2, but eventually succumbed to the 3rd. And MYM now playing well from behind here. And I think, I'm not even sure what they're going to do, really.
All right, well, we will find out here. As we do actually have Lyceum going very heavy on this one, doing quite a bit of damage, picking up quite a few kills. And he's able to maintain control of B, it looks like, here in just a second. And right now, we're going to have, well, PyRo just maintain control. They're doing a fantastic job. They're evening up the ticket leader here in just a little bit. And they've been fighting with every tooth nail that they could possibly have. And as you can hear through your headsets or speakers, whatever you're using, PyRo, there's not too much talking. It's whenever they say something, it's a call, and that's it. To let everyone focus.
That's a lot of shouting.
Oh, yeah, it just turned into, I was like, yeah, and it just turned into a lot of shouting, but they seem pumped up, though.
Yeah, but it's because they got the B and C hold right now. It's dangerous. It's really dangerous. They're pumped up because they know they just got to hold this out a little longer. MYM are fighting here for this B flag, but none of them are on point to actually capture it right now.
If they don't get it soon.
Yeah, this is getting dangerous. They have like almost 20 or so tickets to play with here. They need to do something quick. There's only one left Flashor in B. While this is going on, a C cap is going in effect, and Flashor is spawning in some reinforcements, but they are being surrounded. It's still only one guy, and it's Monstro, and he's playing smart, and he's just trying to run here. And Waffy could have possibly cleaned him off there, but the problem was he was a bit worried himself.
I mean, take a look over at A right now as well. Currently, PyRo not going to be collapsed upon, and I really wonder what's going on, because PyRo just seemed to be completely out-aiming them. Even though the kills show differently, the fact that MeetYourMakers doesn't keep one man back to defend against a push kind of shows that they're committing all 5 people to really lock this down, and if they do win fights, because it's a 5-on-3 or 5-on-4 fight.
Yeah, but that's because MYM are trying to get the B and the C. That's the flags they need more than anything else, and that's the ones they want. And right now they've got finally what they needed, but they don't have many tickets left.
Well, they don't indeed, and we're approaching sub 20 now at this point. And you see them trying to hold on. We have flags actually very far on the outside, just trying to pick off anyone going on the backside of the map. But as you can see, Monstro picking up a kill right there, pushing in, does get taken down though towards staircase. And PyRo actually just getting almost completely wiped out right now. Flasher last minute, and he goes down. And Elysium spawning in, I believe, actually on top of him goes down as well. So that's going to be a squad wipe. But now, MeetYourMakers, even though, 80 tickets is the point that they have to stay above, they're getting very close to really just controlling this.
Yeah, 8 tickets remaining. There's nothing really MYM can really do at this point. They need to be very careful. They need to just keep this hold. They could do something miraculous here. This B and C hold is a very, very strong one, but from PyRo's time, they really have all the time in the world to play with here.
Yes, they do, and 18 takes to go here. We're seeing safe. Let's get the spot onto the man, picks up the kill, and we'll gain and maintain control here. But then again, Hex is coming from the backside, picks up a kill. They actually forced him out, and I like what Safe just did. He immediately left. When he noticed he was outnumbered, when he noticed he could not hold on to it, went straight for A, and there's going to be no one there to contest it.
Yeah, but they're kind of coming back, and they've been held off by a grenade thrown by Flashor that had nothing to do with the defense of that A flag, and that held 3 people back long enough, but they couldn't get control of that flag. And right now, MYM doing what they can, but this could be a lost cause. They have 6 tickets to play with, make that 5, and every death counts, and none of them are getting revived at all. Every ticket is basically, and that's it, Punch Rule's the only one remaining, and he's so far away, there's nothing he can do.
And I think this is pretty much just going to be it. I mean, the spawns, they're getting the random spawns as far as they possibly can away from any sort of map here, as we will have, finally, PyRo lockdown A, lockdown B, and that's pretty much going to be it. 9 tickets remaining. This is the last attack. If MeetYourMakers don't get this 2-cat back here in the next couple of seconds, that's going to be it. And that will be first map in this best of 5 go to PyRo. Even he can hope, feeling so confident he nades himself.
Yeah, and this is just a struggle for them. And what they're fighting against is not this round, but the previous one. It was so devastating for them, but they have been struggling to recover. This is a very close-fought game, and they're taking the lead in it. But the thing is, they lost so heavily in the previous round, but it really doesn't matter. But there's a full domination cap from MYM, but with only 4 tickets remaining, there's very little they can do at this point. But then again, miracles can happen, and MYM just need to keep this B and A hold. They've got 3 tickets. Anyone that spawns in is bringing them even closer, and PyRo can use that pack mentality and just surround them and kill them.
Yes, they can. Hex is picking up one right there. Now 3 tickets left to go here. The revive will come in just a second, but that's just going to give him another opportunity to pick up someone else. Actually does get the revive, picks up the kill either way. Eventually does fall, but they're not going to get the revives. That's going to be 4 men down. Waffy, the last man standing, and that is most certainly going to be it. This will be PyRo winning the first map in this best of 5. And congratulations yet again to them. I mean, to come out huge like that in the first half alone, with 80 tickets, that is, I don't know, I would say it's almost unheard of for them, but they've been proving me wrong completely the entire weekend.
Yeah, they've been doing a great job, and they've just got, Flashall went huge in that, and so did Hexus. Both of those players have really been doing key things in this matchup, and MYM woke up eventually in that second round. They made it a very close thing. They were winning this round, but they were fighting against the past, and their past mistakes were not securing B early enough.
That's deep. Fighting against the past.
It's better than my maths at the moment, so suddenly realised.
You know me, you know how hard it is for me to do math, but now...
It's much harder for me.
Well, now we will be, though, going ahead to Operation Locker.
Yeah, and PyRo had great game on this already with Fnatic, very close fought one as well. And I think if MYM are going to wake up, they'll wake up on Locker. It's a very intense game. I think B on Dam was really the deciding moment in that game. Now, from then on out, there were plenty of gun battles that could have secured them possibly that flag. But the failure to catch B on a flag, especially when you're playing the side that should generally get that flag early on, was huge. And the man who did go to the center of a map to try and usually pick off the guy who sneaks around, he was key because he spotted a lot of the people incoming in. More importantly, he managed to do a lot of damage to those people coming into the B flag. Now, that might not be as significant as, say, capturing the flag, but considering everyone in that flag traded, all that damage done paid off in the end.
Very true. And you see MeetYourMakers, though, they don't seem really phased. They seem happy, still seem in high spirits, and of course, the Red Bull might be helping out with that one.
Yeah,
might be giving them some wings on top of this, but you know, it's still a best of 5. It's only 1 map. Obviously, you can lose 2 and still come back with 3 straight. And right now, PyRo, they have to taste it. They have to taste the victory. The thing they've never been able to accomplish, except in their group stages where they came out first. Beating, I believe it was against Authority and Gamers Connection. But right now, actually, I think they believe they beat ESC in the second round. No, sorry, it was Gamers Connection. But either way, right now, they have a lot of work cut out for them. They still have 2 more maps to go here, and Operation Locker, that's going to be a tough one. Now, obviously, like I said before, they played against Fnatic and did fairly well on it. Actually, they beat Fnatic on that map, considering it's basically Fnatic's home soil, their home turf, their stadium. But now they're going up against MeetYourMakers, which is a completely different play style to me.
Yeah, but also a team that yesterday beat Fnatic on their home turf, so... doesn't seem very homely for Fnatic anymore.
Seems more alien to them now.
Yeah, maybe they need to start practicing it maybe a little bit more. But something seems to be going wrong for them. But all those games are not exactly shutouts at all. They are very close. And Locker is one of these maps that really hinges on the B and the A. And sometimes out on the C, but the C flag is one of these ones that really goes down to right place, right time.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
And a lot of teams used to just stick to standard pushes, go out to the sea, and we have those breaks right now, and it looks like PyRo are going to stick to the kind of tactics that MYM have been doing on the Russian side, sorry, and just to push through mid.
Well, it's working out for him so far. Able to pick up at least 1 kill to Waffy, though we do see him get taken down, and the nice push through the walls actually cleans up another kill. Fox was around the backside, does get the revive on a Ducky, though. And we're going to see C contested here with the 2-man squad. And they will get the very easy kill to Punch Roll that will be C-capped over, but they have only one man at A. Ikaho, he's done it at B before, obviously on the last map on Lion King Dam. Well, they won't even have to do it this time because they're actually just going to back away. They're not going to commit for it because they have Monstro pushing in the backside towards B here. He's forced them onto these back spawns, and he's running such a huge form of distraction that they actually have a tri-cap here in the first 40 seconds.
Yeah, and that's because MYM started to spread themselves so thin. Monstro went massive, got 3 kills already, and he's just going to run. He doesn't need to do anything. He's just getting more kills. That's 4 before he was eventually taken down, and he got a flag capture for that. And this is giving Pyro the chance to now just set up a line of defense. They're playing very much like Fnatic here, and MYM finding themselves having to play from behind.
I like where Ikaho is. You never typically look at this position. He's actually going to turn around the corner, pop the health kit down, the med pack. Actually rush straight out into him, but there's really no one there. And even just going to pop a couple grenades on top of that. But right now you see them holding outside with 2 men. You see them holding this middle section with just Ikaho, and not to mention you have on the bottom side with Monstro and Melisium to stop anyone from coming in from the south side. So right now, MeetYourMakers being completely controlled, and you don't control a dead horse. Dark horse. Damn it.
Oh, yeah, no, they might run off. I don't know. Horses generally seem to get controlled quite regularly.
But not the dark ones.
Maybe not. But maybe Pyrogen's is a darker horse. I don't know. I don't know how it works, but MYM right now are trying to get the finally they break through, take out Icano, who's been such a key player for Pyrogen, and now they're looking to push both A and C at the same time, and this is going to be an interesting one from them. But a game now which is basically coming down to lots of individual 1v1s.
Well, there was a 1v2 right there where Melisium unfortunately did not win. Monstro gets taken out as well, but they trade immediately for B-cap. So able to grab that one. We do need to see someone come out towards C right now, though. Ikaho is going to finally push into that, but it'll just be a little bit too late. But now we see Hexus pushing down towards that south side, looking for some control in A, as MeetYourMakers do have that 2-man setup here. But they have 3 on the outside, as we do finally see Punch Roll come in. And I wonder, can PowerGen penetrate the defense right now? They do have about a 40-ticket lead already at 3 minutes in. 40 tickets won't win you the game right now. They need more than that. They at least need to close this one out here soon. You know, if MeetYourMakers can hold on to this, if they can defend this, then PowerGen is going to lose that lead very quickly.
Yeah, but Monstro just went massive once again, clearing off the C flag. Him and Hexus have been doing a great job in this round. Hexus 6 for 1 right now, and just doing a great job. MYM having much more success on the A flag, but C once again shut down, and now they're finding themselves constantly reacting to Pyrogen pressure here, and I don't know what much they can do. Waffy's already taken down 2 people on that A flag, more people spawning in, but Pyrogen seem to be getting the edge on this flag. Waffy is a hunted man right now. Reinforcements coming in, kills coming across the board, but A is being massively spawned on by Pyrogen. This might give MYM a chance to capture the C flag, but B is wide open.
You know, you said Monstro was going big. Look at Hexus, 9-1 now. Ridiculous. He almost single-handedly pushed into A, was able to cap on over, and actually going for B as well on top of this. There's actually no one defending A as we do have the calls come in. They're going to rotate back here, and I want to stick with Hexus, but there's a no man's land right now. There's like any action towards him anytime soon, as Melisium going to be watching the back of A here, and if he just peeks... Oh, they had the spot on him. I was going to say, that was a little bit fishy, but obviously we're on land here. They had the spot. He got the kill through the doorway without even being seen. Does get taken down, though, eventually, but Flasher now, and A all by himself, looking for a kill, gets naded up. That will be A rotated back here. In the meantime, Hexus again on C on the outside, and they're consistently always ahead of MeetYourMakers. They're always one step ahead, and that one step is giving them this giant lead that they now have.
Yeah, but that lead is kind of chipping away slowly, but oh, Flash has spawned in right on top of his teammate Melisium and taking the B flag by storm right now. MYM really, it was up in the air at once, and then all of a sudden just went straight back down in Pyro's favor. MYM looking for some sets out on the C side. They'll get that one possibly, but while this is going on, they need to be really worried about pressure coming to A.
Yes, they do, and you see no one. Yeah, you see no one currently at C, and I would imagine that Flax is saying no one's coming. Defend C, defend it as well as, or sorry, defend A as well as you can. We're gonna have Monstro push out. There's actually 1 man above him. And he does get taken down here. We actually see 3 more men. Instead of going A, they're actually countering that strategy. It seems they're actually pushing 2 more onto the outside. We do see 1 man fall. Melisium looking for the last kill. Looks like he will be able to pick that one up too, and that will solidify C back for themselves. I like this forward thinking that they're applying. They're like realizing that, yeah, they're probably gonna call that we're going A here. They assume that we're going there. But let's just hit C instead. We'll catch them off guard.
Yeah, and you can just hear the Frenchies from here. I can hear them. They're just getting really, really amped up for this game, and this is pushing them further and further ahead right now. And you can just see that the MYM guys are just are just kind of crumbling here. This pressure that Pyro's putting on them is just very much reminiscent of how UMAV used to play, and just overwhelming. And MYM are just struggling to deal with it right now.
Yes, they are. And you're speaking of hearing the Frenchies. I just wanted to listen in a little bit really quickly to see how they're doing this. And they seem so pumped up, full of energy. They realize, we have a big lead here. And a lot of calls going out. And still, they've been able to build up a nice lead. They had a tri-cap for a little bit here. They are going to lose B. They are going to lose, actually not going to lose B. They're going to maintain control of B here in just a second. But they are going to lose control of C. But they are still holding these 2 caps way longer than MeetYourMakers can. You pointed out perfectly. MeetYourMakers cannot deal with this pressure that PyroGen keeps throwing at them.
Yeah, and if Pyro were going to take a big chunk out of MYM, it was always going to have to come from a very strong start, and that's what they've had from the first map to the second. And right now, MYM are really, really struggling to deal with this. And it's nothing like the scene we've seen beforehand. And Pyro are just looking on fire right now. They are ready for this, and they are coming ready. They're all over the map.
Again, I want to say Hexagen, because Hex is 15-4 now, leading the entire game in kills, leading the entire well, the opposite of leading, I guess the worst in kills, since he currently has 4. That doesn't make sense at all. Oh, we'll just skip over that. But he's currently the best player right now, 17-4. He's showing no sign of stopping him off the back of him alone. I think this is where PyroGen is really building up their giant lead. 93 out of 30 tickets. He was able to pull it off in Zavod against Fnatic. He was able to do it in that last map. He's doing it yet again here. And he does get taken down finally, but not before solidifying 18 kills for himself.
Yeah, and these fights are just all over the place right now. Flasher, the only one left. 5 MYM players all over the place here. The MYM are going to get the A and the B flag. They're going to sacrifice C, and this is their chance here. They need to get this flag capture sorted for a start. Flax is just sitting outside that B flag. They're slowly capturing A. That's where the pressure's coming. They need to get this captured quickly, and they need to start redressing the balance and tickets, and they need to do it quick.
He said that they're going to come in. Actually, we're going to have Wafi get taken down by Iko right there. But he's going to continue to push in. He has 55 HP. He's looking to his left, looking to his right, looking for anyone to kill. He gets punch roll. Eventually going to be taken down, I would imagine, here in just a second. But somehow he's still alive. He's picking up another kill. They didn't know where he was. Ducky-chan didn't have the vision of him. And this is going to be A side taken over for PyroGen, I want to assume. But it's now a 2-on-2 fight as we do see Melisium looking for a kill. He cannot pick it up just yet. He's just going to back away. Just going to stay healthy. And now 12 tickets remaining for the side of MeetYourMakers. All they need to do is just lock down another 2-cap, and that's going to be it. And right now, it's going to be coming in the side of B here.
Yeah, Flax and Punch will need to move quick to secure this B flag, but more and more of PyroGen are just spawning in, and they're looking like they're going to overwhelm this B flag. There you go, MYM have been shut out of that. You can see Safe making a feline for that C flag. They need it, they need something. They need to take these tickets away from PyroGen, because they cannot deal with this in the next round. 78 tickets is a massive lead, and once again, MYM seem to slow the game down only when they have very few tickets remaining.
That's the worst time to do that. That is definitely the worst time. But we do have PyroGen almost getting fully wiped out, but here it comes. The final push onto A, I want to imagine. Maybe send 1 back at B. They have 3 tickets to worry about. All they need is those 3 kills without revives, but they are starting to lose out on a couple of tickets here. MeetYourMakers is definitely stepping up right now when it counts. It might be a little bit too late. We do have the revive not working. And MeetYourMakers just have lost 3 people. They cannot afford to spawn in anymore.
Yeah, they can't afford to spawn in, and there's still a fight going on, and it's all at A. But there you go, MYM do get it, and they still have a chance here to capture this B flag. And what was a very dangerous lead at one point is nowhere near as bad, and this could be sneaky. That is massive. Flax stealing a kill at C that looks so easy to take, and now MYM are threatening a full domination cap. Who would have believed this could have happened? MYM only seemed to wake up at the very end of a game, and wow, they picked a good time to do it in the final. But I still feel that there's nothing they can do to Pyro. There's only 3 guys for MYM on the board, and Ducky-chan makes 1 kill. He needs to make a second on A, but right now what could have been disastrous is only minor inconvenience compared to what it could have been, and that will be it. There's nothing they can do. But 44 tickets from what was almost 100.
Fantastic job. I mean, to both teams. PyroGen for solidifying that big of a lead and then still coming out with a lead nonetheless. But MeetYourMakers, why can't they wake up like that in the middle of the round, or the beginning of the round? Why can't they just all of a sudden catch them off guard and just play like that? Because if they did, they're looking at a 100-ticket lead for themselves. We saw it obviously earlier. It's not something impossible to them. It's something definitely plausible. But right now, they're still down. They're looking down again, second map in a row after the first half. And if they lose on this one, that will be 2 maps, and we will be on map point.
Yeah.
You said you're expecting a decisive victory here.
Yeah. I guess I got the wrong people.
But you're still half right on that one, and we're going to find out what's going to happen here in the second half in just a few moments. But right now, Hexus, 20-11. 10-9 for Monstro. 15-13 for Ikaho. And then 16-10 on the highest man for MeetYourMakers is Wafi.
Yeah. And I want to point out Monstro at the beginning of that game.
He
basically shut down any momentum MYM had out of the gate.
Right.
Took that B flag by himself and got 4 kills in return. From then on out, Hexus did get loads of kills, and he was and he's the most important player right now. But that initial start that Monster gave PyroGen has really helped them to get such a lead.
Yeah, very true. And will he be able to do it again here on the US side? We will find out in just a few. And we'll be starting this one up in about 30 seconds. And I want to give you the opportunity. Red Eye gave it to me earlier on. Do you want to change your mind on who you think's going to pull out this entire set of games and be the champion?
I think PyroGen might take this game, and I think MYM will probably take the next one. But either way, this is going to be close, and I wouldn't even be surprised if MYM win this map.
All right. Well, 10 seconds left to go here, and we're going to see if your prediction is true. And right now, PyroGen, I really wonder what's going on in their heads. Like, obviously not a lot of line experience, none, if any, to be honest. And right now, they're getting ever closer, and I wonder what's going to happen. Will they choke if they do get to that map point, or will they be able to keep themselves composed? And right now, we do see the first kills already coming in. We actually have Punchroll rushing straight over towards B. But he does get naded out, does get pushed away. Gonna pick up a kill right there onto Hexus. And that's definitely a good start for them. They have control of A, but they have lost control of C. They don't own that just yet.
No, and PyroGen are on the retreat, actually. They have to get back to that B flag as they are being assaulted by Ducky-chan. But he goes down, and that is going to be a safe hold here. That bleed is in the favor of PyroGen, and this is where it gets dangerous for MYM. They're playing a very fast game here with PyroGen, but that is something we've seen in the past has favored PyroGen. So MYM playing with fire here. They're going to get the bleed, and yeah, not a bad start for either side, but definitely a one that could have done a bit better for MYM, but they do start off with a bleed.
Yes, they do, and it looks like C will be locked down by MeetYourMakers, so they will have that 2-1 hold. And you can see across your map how they're positioned right now, potentially just looking to stop them from pushing out of this A flag and over towards B or C. They have one man watching outside, another man to back them up if they need. Flax does get that kill. And right now, PyroGen struggling a little bit to really pull something off. We do have Ikaho going straight for B. He's going to be safe there to really defend against it. Does see him. And he's going to start at least neutralizing here, so they will stop the bleed against either team. But will he cap it over? And it looks like he actually might pull that one off. Yeah, he's going to get it. Safe did get killed on the top side, actually, by Hexus going for the backup.
Yeah, and right now, Pyro are threatening a tri-cap, and they're going to get it. But it's interesting because MYM knew they were being attacked at B, and they backed off. They probably assumed there were a lot more attackers than there were. And because of that, they delayed in defense, and from that, PyroGen managing to capture C and, more importantly, reinforce A as quick as possible. And there's a solo push out on C. I don't see how much Flax can do by himself. Saying that, though, kills do come in. Ducky-chan finishes off Flax's hard work and risky work and now pushes that C flag. But PyroGen are just looking so damn good. Whenever they want a flag, they just take it.
Like taking candy from a baby for them. And right now, they've been building up a little bit of lead. Remember, 44 tickets. MeetYourMakers dropped below that. That will be map 2 in this best of 5. Going over to PyroGen, and they will be that one step closer to locking down first place here at EMS One, first season of Battlefield 4. And right now, you're seeing Hexus get taken down. He's not having the best of games so far. And we see him now 3-1. You're gonna have Flasher 5-3. On the other side, MeetYourMakers actually just completely getting wiped out. This might be not a tri-cap, but they're definitely gonna get their 2-cap here, and they're also gonna get the position that they want to lock down and hold on to things.
Yeah, disastrous for MYM there. They were caught out in loads of position. Massive spawn on B. This will favor them though, but they need to clean up this Pyro defense quick as possible because that C flag is completely open right now. They need to finish off these defenders. Melisium, last guy left, and hopefully they know he's there. They'll take him down. C is wide open, and with that spawn from Monstro, he'll take it, and his opposite number is going to be Ducky-chan in defense. MYM here, they have 100 tickets. They are basically playing almost against a 150 or plus ticket team right now because of the previous round, finding themselves behind once again and stabilizing the game.
Well, they've been doing a good job of that at least, and There's some in take control of C, though. I don't know for how long, as MeetYourMakers does go for that very wide push onto it. Gonna be able to hold on to that one, as you do see Ducky Chan forced to back away. Though Safe does get the revive, and they're looking for that first kill, but another one comes in for the side of PyRo. They're able to maintain control of C. They're gonna have that 2-cap. Even Flax giving it a go here. Looking to pick up one, does get taken down, but she actually trades a 1-for-1 in that one. But obviously is gonna favor PyRo here, though. Look at MeetYourMakers. He's being sneaky as hell. He does get taken down, though, so he won't maintain control of C. But this should allow the rest of PyRo to immediately go for the push on a B, and that's exactly what they're doing now. Monstro in the prime position to pick up these 2 kills of men that are right above him. Comes to the side, but he gets taken down from the staircase. MeetYourMakers have started to step up.
Yeah, where was MeetYourMakers like this in the first round? That's what they needed to actually make this a little closer than it is. And right now, once again, MYM are playing against the previous round. And they have the bleed once again. Far more control than in the previous one. But here you go. I mean, PyRo, when they go on the attack, they just seem to get the flag they want. And if at this point, MYM cannot afford a close game.
They definitely cannot. Not to mention, just for team morale overall, if you're 2 maps down, going to the potentially final one, it's going to be very hard. Even the most experienced teams have a tough time really dealing with that pressure. And right now you're seeing PyRo, they're going to grab control of C, but they have no one at A. And look at MeetYourMakers immediately going for a push right on to B, with Monster coming in for it as well. They completely just read MeetYourMakers. But look at this, Flax actually pushed through. Did he get the kill onto C? He's going to pick that one up,
so
and he just turned that one around.
So sneaky. He made it look like he was going one way and then went the other. And then he gets the flag, and this is the position that MYM need. They need to hold this A flag, though, and spawns are coming in. More people from PyRo are coming into this flag, and already they're losing slight control of it. And those spawns on both teams, and this is just reminding me of Damn, spawning on top of each other on the same flag, just trying to get dominant sumo wrestlers on a flag, and MYM pick it up, but PyRo just switch their attack and play classic Battlefield and just take the one that's undefended.
And it's working out very well for them so far, even though we're pretty much having right now PyRo down on tickets. They still have quite a few to work with here. They need to catch up to MeetYourMakers. They need to get this 2-cap hold if they do want to make something happen, but MeetYourMakers seem to be that step ahead. Oh, look where Waffy is. I have to say, if he missed that kill, I would have probably eaten my shoe. But he gets the one on the flasher and just stop any sort of push coming in towards this A flag from the backside. Monster, though, going to give it a go. He does know exactly where he is. Does spot him out. Is he going to get the spray? Yes, he does. And that does open up potential push onto A here. But every time PyRo move into another flag, they get shut down here. They're losing the 1-on-1s. They're losing the 2-on-1s that they have in their favor. And MeetYourMakers have carried over their momentum from that first half towards the end of it.
Yeah, but they're being wiped out at A once again, and this is worrying here. They had a chance to catch them from behind, and they didn't take it, but it doesn't matter. Flax, the last guy remaining, gets the kills, and they hold the A flag, but B is wide open, and no spawns are going to be so close. I doubt they can do anything about it, but they got a spawn outside of C, and I think they should make the most of this. If they go for this B flag, it's going to be an uphill one. This is a possibility that MYM can come back here, but they need to play smart.
Ducky Jen knocked down very low on health there from grenades. We actually see some coming around from the side. He's going to drop down. He's going to get the kill. Going to get the revive from Monster right there. And MeetYourMakers only have 2 people alive. And now look at PyRo immediately going for a push onto A. They shut down the push onto B by MeetYourMakers. And this should be, I want to imagine, a 2-cap finally go back over for PyRo. But then, just as I start saying that, Punchro gets the back spawn.
Yeah, that spawn at B is very regular.
Oh,
and that's
Monstro.
why that flag,
if he could stop this.
It's the only one who can. And he knows where he is, and he's throwing those nades. This is the worry about that flag. You don't know which direction they're coming down from.
Oh,
but he didn't get it.
Punch coming up big right there, gets the kill. But now the rest of PyRo closing in on top of him. But then again, MeetYourMakers getting spawns in on towards B. We do have one man pushing on to C currently for PyRo on the top side. See MeetYourMakers pick up the kill, and that will be B clean up here in just a second. I want to focus on outside though. Flasher, will he get the better of him taken, or will he hold on to this one? And right now the man's right on the staircase looking for the kill, spraying it down, but he gets taken down either way. And PyRo going to get control of B and A, but no one spawned at A at the moment. And this is a very bad position if you're a PyRo fan. 32 to 66 tickets. They need to drain off another 20 here if they want to secure this win on this map number 2. And they're giving it all here, but Tex getting flung into the wall.
Yeah, and Punchro here and Waffy need to move quick to get this A flag. They know pressure will come at C and A, and PyRo here are going to be the ones to decide the fate of this map as they're attacking across the board. Maybe a bit risky to do it. They could just go for an overwhelming attack, but they choose not to, and it's a one-on-one. It goes PyRo's way. That is huge. That is going to give them the bleed, and that might be the most decisive move in this matchup.
I love the spawn by Ikaho. On top of MeetYourMakers, they expect something to come towards B. They sense that something, they smell something, and it looks like they're going to read into it perfectly as MeetYourMakers was making that push, and they're still going to continue to come in here. Ico actually going to run right under some one man of MeetYourMakers, get taken out from the side though. If they can hold on to this, with Melisium come from the backside, this might be it. 51 tickets are out. Currently 44 is that threshold, and they have 20 tickets left. A lot of the flags are under contention here. C going in the favor of MeetYourMakers, but look at this. No one's on A. They're going to push straight into it here, but then again, MeetYourMakers is back capping onto B at the same time.
Yeah, this is the chance that MYM need, but every ticket counts right now. Everyone needs to get revived, and MYM are finding themselves all over the map here. They need to make sure they keep this B flag, and they're so out of position, but they're getting the kills though. That's what matters. This is what matters in Battlefield. If you can get kills like this, you will win the game, and they're bringing them back to 10 tickets to 48, and MYM are going to get a full cap in the dying seconds of this map. 5 tickets remaining, and there's no way PyroGen can get out of the tunnel. They're stuck in there, and MYM have just had a fighting retreat at bottom of map. Wow, there's nothing they can do. Oh wow.
48 tickets. They had 4 more before that would have been it. And they hold on at the last few seconds, taking map number 2 here. Now we're going to be all tied up here 1-1 in this best of 5. This is proving to be a pretty good finals. I was about to say, after that first map, I was like, wow, this is going to be a stomp. But very close map. MeetYourMakers pulling out ahead in the end, and that means now we're going to be going on to Zavod here as our 3rd map. You're still speechless.
Yeah, pretty much. Ducky-chan, 18 for 1.
Wait, Ducky-chan 18 for 1. He's 21 and 8.
21 and 8. What did I say?
18 for 1.
Yeah, I'm wrong.
That would have been impressive.
But Flax, he seems to make... I don't know what he does, but he always seems at the top of the scoreboard whenever Locker gets played. He just seems to do something that always seems to be in the right place, right time. Out at C a lot, and C's where they won that fight. Like, all the time they were back and forth between A and B a lot of the time, but there were 1-on-1s, 2-on-1s at C, and with that, they took it. And they just stopped any momentum that PyroGen had from the first map.
Just wow at the end of that one. I mean, Flasher, he came in from the backside towards B, towards the dead end of it, and he killed 1 man, but then he was in a faded 1v1, and that's where you really freaked out, because he got taken down. If he would have gotten that kill, they would have solidified B, they would have won that map.
Yeah, and the thing that gets me about PyroGen is we have seen this before. Against Dignitas, they were way ahead a lot of the time, and then all of a sudden it just collapsed like a house of cards. Dignitas would start taking them out one at a time, and they would just be like, oh my god, is PyroGen going to throw this away? And,
well, they did on that one.
And that's what happened there. And a lead that they had just got sucked away slowly but surely, and MYM just took it with 4 tickets.
Yeah, fantastic play to them. And now Zavod, you kind of gave this map, I believe, if I remember correctly, to PyroGen.
Shanghai, I think this is the wildcard map.
We shouldn't be going to Shanghai. We should be going to Zavod, if I remember correctly. That is the correct order.
I just seen it load up. I'm just like, oh god, no.
So we're already into the final match. Now,
Here we go.
We should be going to, I believe, a quick little break with Red Eye, but I believe we should be going to Zavod in just a few, and that's going to be an interesting map because we've seen both teams perform well. I believe it was MeetYourMakers getting a giant lead against... No, actually went down to Epsilon, I believe, earlier on Zavod. But this is a map that both teams know inside out. This is one of the most played maps, I think, across the board for every team in the entire season. I wonder how this one's going to work out, especially with the momentum. This break obviously might change things up a little bit. It might give PyroGen a little bit of time to, figure out what they did wrong. It might cool MeetYourMakers down. It might pump them up even more. Time's going to tell.
Yeah, we're going to see. And Zaphos just played so much. And we've seen against Fnatic, Hexus's play was amazing. Picking his moment to shine, and Fnatic couldn't respond, and that shut them out. That you could see them just disheartened from that one out.
Very true.
Threw them out of the tournament. Threw them out of the tournament, and full of surprises, PyroGen. But MYM, got to look out for them. They can do that. They can do that. They can come from that far behind and take the game.
Can they do that?
They can do that.
They can do that.
Just do it.
We will find out, obviously, a little bit later on Zavod, but for now, we're going to head over to Red Eye and Benson for a little bit of talk on the past 2 matches.
They can do that, they can. They can definitely do that. Thank you, guys. Some fun commentary in there. And it's a great end to our second map. We're going to do something fun in just a moment. Ben is with me. We're going to talk about the first 2 maps as well in a moment. But before we get to that, we want to give away our prize for, yes, thank you, resplendent as it is in all its glory, is the Astro A50 wireless headset. Now, I'm going to let you into a little secret. I'm not a closet nerd. I'm a full-blown nerd. If you ask me what I do on the train, I tell you. And I'm very proud of being a nerd and a geek. And I have to tell you, I would love to have one of these because it's wireless, which means, like, imagine the scenario. You're in the middle of a Battlefield 4 game, and you die, and you're like, oh, damn it, okay. I'm just going to get a drink, guys. Normally, it's like, headset off, puts down, you go and get a drink, you come back, you put your headset on, and they're like, where did you go? Like, what the hell's going on? Now, yeah, that's right, by the power of Astro A50, you can leave your headset on, walk to the kitchen, make a cup of tea, come back, and you haven't missed a single bit of comms, and they don't know that you haven't spawned back in. It really appeals to the nerd in me. However, we're going to give one away, and we're going to give one away to the winner of our fan art competition. Now, there's a little bit of a story behind this, okay? Yesterday, yeah, let's show you the winner. Let's show you the picture. Okay, so that's our picture. Now, bear in mind, there's two reasons that we've picked this one out, okay? The first is, that scenario happens to me in Battlefield an awful lot, right? And way too much. I am literally on the beach, firing inland, and everyone starts to scatter. And I'm like, yeah, that's right, run away. And I turn around, and oh, crap, it's the boat. Damn it. And I'm dead. So that's why it appeals to me. But it also has a really cool story to it. The guy that drew this yesterday was at home watching the stream, watching Battlefield 4, drew it, and then today got on a train and came all the way to Cologne, all the way to the studio, to watch the games live. How cool is that? So, Marcel, where are you? Come here, Marcel. Yeah, you're not getting away with it. Come on, Marcel. Come here. This one's yours, sir. There you go. All right? You don't have to talk. You don't have to worry. You're famous now. Internet fame for 15 minutes. All good?
Yeah, thanks, yeah.
Having a good time?
Yeah, really good. It was amazing.
Okay, I'm really pleased for you. Marcel, well done. There we go. See, that's how easy it is we give away our stuff. For really cool stuff that you guys produce. Thank you so much for all your submissions as well over the weekend, and for taking part in the prediction competition, which will also crown a winner and give away some free prizes. Ben, serious business now.
Down to the serious stuff.
Space now. What a couple of maps.
Crazy.
First map, Pyro, really, really solid, straightforward. It's almost like it's exactly where they left off from the semi-finals. It's just carried on with that, ruthless determination that they have, with that clinical precision on all the points. But then something magical happened to MYM in the second half of map 2.
Yeah, it's pretty intense, and it was good to be sat watching it, because everyone was kind of going, oh, and you could hear everyone counting down 4, 3 tickets left, 2 tickets left. Oh, he can't spawn in. And you have to give MYM some serious props. I mean, that was a serious comeback. It was really good to see. But last time I was stood here with you, I said the winner of the first map is going to take the series.
You did.
I said Pyrogen were going to win. Pyrogen also won that first map. And for me, the big thing now is, can they shut down the MYM momentum? Because everyone heard it. They were loud when they won. They get really pumped and hyped. So Pyrogen need to find a way now of just shutting that down.
All right, thank you very much, Ben. We're going to go back to our commentary team in just a moment. The teams I can see are all back in position again. So, ladies and gents, enjoy the rest of the grand final. We do potentially have still 3 more maps to go. Who's going to take it, MYM or Pyrogen? Let's find out.
Well, we will find out here momentarily, as honestly, I couldn't tell you which team's really going to pull this one off. There's been a lot of back and forth. There's been MeetYourMakers really stepping up. It took them a little bit to really wake up, and we'll see what's going to happen as they face off against Pyrogen on Zavod. One of the most played maps throughout this weekend, but also one of the more surprising maps as well.
Yeah, definitely. Pyro did a great job on this map against Fnatic. They really did hurt them. And it was all about hexes and really just keeping Fnatic off balance.
Yeah, very true indeed. And let's see if they can keep that going, because right now it's at the point where they need to pull out another map here. I mean, Pyrogen, if they lose on this one, I think the momentum will have shifted so far against them that when we come into Dawnbreaker, they won't really be able to do anything.
Yeah, and it's going to be a difficult one in a way, because I've seen MYM play this map quite a lot, and especially recently, and they have made some big mistakes.
Yeah, yes they have.
And they have been punished for it badly. And I got a feeling Pyrogen might take this map. I really do.
All right, well, we will find out here momentarily, as we're going to be getting this game underway very shortly. All teams have their quick little break. You know what's funny? The headset that Red Eye just gave out, there's actually no headset inside. He took it home with him. He just gave him a box. He cut a deal. He's like, if you come to Cologne, I'll give you an Astro headset. Wink.
I wouldn't be surprised if you do that. Not at all.
Not me, Red Eye.
I wouldn't be surprised if he did that.
Okay, I was about to say, that's...
I'm not surprised.
But don't worry, there's actually no keyboard in there either, in the Battlefield Black Widow.
Did you...
Might be at home already.
You do look a bit shifty sometimes. I'm not surprised.
I take offense to that, sir. I look shifty all the time, not sometimes. Get it right. But Zava, like you said, get into that one. We will be following up with Dawnbreaker, but we're tied currently 1-1 between the two teams. And you said yourself, MeetYourMakers, they've been making a lot of mistakes. And there's some interesting things going on your screen as I was looking over. They make a lot of mistakes, but I don't think they're going to make mistakes this time. They know what they need to do. They've seen what they've done in the past. They've had their manager here talking with them. Something's gonna change this time, and I believe we're gonna get underway and live here in just a second. And we're gonna have over on the Russian side, MeetYourMakers. Over on the US side, it's gonna be Pyrogen, and we are gonna see it kicked off the bat. Actually, no one on MeetYourMakers contesting B. Wow. They are rushing straight towards C and leaving one man back at A.
Yeah, I don't know if I like this, but let's see how it pays off. It all comes down to that 1v1 over that A flag, because if Hexus can get that kill on that A flag, then all that effort is going to be for nothing, and he goes down. Waffy gets the kill, only Englishman to make it to this tournament, and there you go, it pays off. 2 flag hold.
Wait, there's people from the UK that are good at games?
Oh, I take a lot of offense to that.
Well, you weren't good though, but right now, Pyrogen going to be attacking C yet again. MeetYourMakers, that early little bit of play that they pulled off worked out for them very well. They read into Pyrogen, because right now they have that 2 flag control. But Pyrogen, they're going to fight back. They're going to attack C here momentarily, I would imagine. And MeetYourMakers, they're off to a very strong start, which they have not had in their first 2 maps.
Yeah, not at all. And Ducky-chan holding the C flag by himself, but giving time for MYM to pressure that B flag and bring a rotator back to A to defend. Ducky can just sneak into the C flag whenever he feels like, and there you go. And this might catch this game. This game is going to go into flux now.
That's typically what I expect out of like the first couple of minutes of it right now. But right now, you see Ducky-chan looking to cap C. Looks like he should be able to pull that one off too. But there's Pyrogen swarming all over him. He picks up 1 kill, looking for potentially second. As this, actually, the guy is under, gets killed, and that will be C. I would imagine here as Monster. Actually, no, C with Monster going down will be maintained by MeetYourMakers. Even get the revives in on top of that. They have a 2-1 hold, and they have almost 20 ticket advantage here in the first 2 minutes.
Yeah, a good start from them, but at the same time, Pyro have been getting a lot of important kills, and they get a second one there, and their third, and Icono getting a kill on an unsuspecting opponent, and more importantly, the guy who spawned on top of them, and that's going to give them their first bleed of the game. And MYM here, kind of stuck with a man on each flag, but with a defender there as well. B will go over, but they lose C, but they're going to capture A. Back and forth game, straight off the bat.
Yeah, very back and forth right now, and we just see Pyrogen trying to hold on to A. We see Ikaho trying to fight for it, but it's going to be neutralized. He's going to actually continue. If I gets a kill on the punch roll in the end, with the 1-for-1 trade, but Hexus now, he's looking for some control here, and he's looking to go big like he did against Fnatic a little bit earlier on today. Let me actually tag along with him. He's off to the side inside of this A flag, and it looks like the opponent on the other team actually won't contest it. He's going to back away.
Smart move.
And that will be A given over to them, as well as C. And now here's the time. Can they get set up quick enough? Can they get in the right position that they need to? Can they get the right time at the right place to pick up these kills to stop MeetYourMakers from rushing in? Because MYM so far on this map, every time they wanted a flag, they took it.
Indeed, and MYM need to get this C flag, but their push on this flag has took so long. Everyone has rotated in back from A. Spawns are coming in, but because the spawns are on top of each other, it's an easy one to pick off, and still they're going to lose all the flags, and they need to win the C flag or a full domination will happen. There you go, they get C, but they have the bleed against them, and a lead which was significant is now pretty much dead even.
And right now, Pyrogen have no one at A, but MeetYourMakers don't really expect it. Waffy, he's kind of sniffing something out, but Pyrogen are able to hold on to, I think, C. It looks like they have B as well. They have a tri-cap for just a little bit as A finally being contested here, finally being turned over. And just as quick as MeetYourMakers got that early lead, is as quick as that lead disappeared, and now Pyrogen are threatening to take that lead themselves.
Yeah, this is going to be a back and forth game. Going to be like the UMAV one before it, but right now, Pyrogen seem to be getting more of the kills, and that's going to be really worrying for MYM. They can't make their pushes work on the small ones. They're not going to have any luck on the bigger ones, and right now, this push on B is looking bad.
Flashor, though, single-handedly shutting that down, picking up 2 big kills. He came in from the backside, stopped the entire push onto B, looking for the third one. He gets it, and that is going to be him finally taken down, but not before taking down 3 people, and then Monster coming up with the final kill. They have shut that down. They're going to get a tri-cap off of this, and MeetYourMakers getting respawns in the middle of the map. Very dangerous. That was a very bad position to be in, and now MeetYourMakers are fighting an uphill battle to stop that one mistake from ruining their entire first half.
Yeah, and that's what happens. You get caught out in the open near B. It's a death trap. of epic proportions, and right now it's just Flax by himself. No spawn's going to come in, and if he goes down as well, which he will, and the rest of the team follows suit, a full wipe for MYM, and PyroGen looking strong now, 106 with a ticket, a full domination cap, and more importantly, any chance to get A is getting frustrated as they're constantly under attack. And this is a repeat of what happened with PyroGen against Fnatic.
They're not even getting A right now. They're taking so long to go for it. They need some sort of flag back for themselves that they're finally starting to cap it over here. And I was actually curious where Hexus was, seeing if he was going to fight that one out here, but it looks like Melisium just going to back away, play cautiously, control C, not too worried about that tri-cap. Yeah, they'll take it if they have the opportunity for it. But right now they realize we don't. We're going to back away, and we're going to maintain this C-hole. They've been doing a fantastic job of it so far.
Yeah, and majority of success coming from PyroGen is their positions. They are in positions to just out-frag. They are they're always catching MYM on the move. And at no point really is MYM in a safe place to get any kills. So they're constantly just being caught from the side, from the rear, never, ever in a good position.
Look at this difference in tickets now. We had a 20-ticket lead for MeetYourMakers. That has disappeared and actually multiplied against them. 60-ticket difference now between the two teams in favor of PyroGen, and they're still full control of this game. Look at this. They're getting a tri-cap yet again here. They have MeetYourMakers so far on the back foot that they just have a huge lead built up, and I don't think they're going to lose this. I don't think there's really any chance for them to lose this giant momentum that they've been able to accumulate.
Yeah, and this is something that's already happened to MYM on this map. They just seem to have this collapse. This happened to them against Fnatic yesterday, and they're really, really just repeating the same mistakes, just being caught constantly on that A flag, never seeming to have any success at C, and right now, Pyro just looking so strong.
They are looking ridiculously strong. As they do have Melisium to be sitting inside that tank, making sure no one's going to be pushing in. Flax, can I just back away? Not feeling too confident at that push onto C here. Might get a little bit of a back. Actually, does have the back spot on him. He does see them there, but they don't get any kills. He hasn't picked up one kill just yet. He's gotten 2 people down to like about 10 health, but hasn't actually solidified a kill yet. He still goes down without picking up anyone. And PyroGen maintain control of B here. We do see Monstro in a one-on-one. Actually, well, not a one anymore as they do pick up the kill. They still have the tri-cap here. 96 to 9 tickets. This is definitely going to be it. This will be the first half going over to PyroGen, but who knows the ticket lead? That's for a question for MeetYourMakers to answer.
Yeah, and they need to do it quickly here. They need to address this balance as quick as possible, and they can't. 94, big lead, and something it just seems to happen. And most importantly, once again, everyone might be talking about Hexus, but Monstro, once again, the guy getting kills but gets the flags.
16 and 8 for him.
Yep, big score.
12 and 9 for Hexus, 12 and 8 for Ikaho. On the other side though, Flax 3 and 12, 5 and 10 for Wafi, and the person that had the most kills 11 and 16 for Punchroll.
And the team caught moving between flags a lot of the time, and that is going to reflect in the kills and deaths. As soon as Pyro were able to get their B and the C, they were able to just really play the game the way they wanted. 1 or 2 full caps, and then from then on out, MYM were in trouble.
Alright, well obviously anything is possible in this game. But do you legitimately think that MeetYourMakers can pull this one back?
94 tickets.
It's a lot of tickets.
That is a large amount of tickets. I think that's almost impossible.
All right, and that mean they should be looking forward to Dawnbreaker. Probably start talking some things. Obviously, they're going to give it a go in the beginning. I think if they get initially 2 capped and they can't take it back right then, I think they should be like, all right, well that's going to be it. Let's just start talking about Dawnbreaker, because they won't have a pause between this game and the next. They will have one if they do take, well, if it does go 2-2, obviously, but that's obviously another map away. So the Dark Horse, did it break its ankle? Does it need to be shot and put down? Or is it going to continue to thrive and maybe become a thoroughbred?
I think that one's down to PyroGen.
I'm just thinking of really bad things right now. But we're going to obviously have the second half here starting just a second. MeetYourMakers is going to be over on the US side. PyroGen over on the Russian. 10 seconds to go here. We're going to find out. Can PyroGen shut this map out very quickly? I mean, obviously in the first map that they did win, it was 80 tickets of a lead, and now they have 94. Very similar to Lankang Dam, but obviously it's not over just yet. And we do have this one kicking off here. MeetYourMakers, what are they going to do? They went for a very ballsy play in the beginning, sending 4 men straight towards C, but it obviously didn't really work out too well for them. Well, actually, no, sorry, it did work out well for them, but in the end, they just couldn't compete with it.
Yeah, they couldn't maintain that at all, and I don't know, it's standard start for them. Everything went well for them at the beginning, but in this one, nothing is going that well for them. They've already lost one man down in the center of the map, and right now, Hex is coming straight through the center, unmatched at all, and he gets a kill, and he's pressuring C already. How many kills is he on? He's on 3 for 1 right now, and he's causing so much damage straight off the bat, and PyroGen are threatening a full dom cap right away.
And I would say with that, it's going to be like, oh, yep, all right, we played well, guys, we tried. Let's just start thinking about Dawnbreaker because Elysium, he's still there as well. Picks up another kill. That will be C, capped over, and B in the meantime. Let's go and check that one out as I'm going to zoom across the map. We do have 2 men on the side of PyroGen there and 2 on the side of MeetYourMakers. Who's going to pick up the kills, though? That's the real question. We do have respawns coming in, but PyroGen are just overwhelming them. They get the kills. They're going to get control at B here. And this, it's not going to be the nail in the coffin just yet, but it's another straw on that camel's back.
Yeah, it's really, really bad for MYM now. Once again, relegated to the A flag, the one they definitely do not want, and a flag that they generally could probably call their own after 2 days of action. They just seem to always end up on A on this map, and there's not seem to be much they can do to rectify that. And PyroGen are just coming forward for frags. That's all they care about right now.
That's all they need.
That's all they need, yeah.
They're like, they can treat this as a TDM, not really care about the flags right now, and even by doing that, they still have a BC hold anyway, so they're winning on all fronts of this. And currently, 117 tickets, another 20 to go, and that will be it here for MeetYourMakers on the third map of this best of 3. And then we'll take it to a 2-1 score for PyroGen here. And Monstro, you mentioned him for well, both maps now, as well as Hexes. They are showing no signs of stopping. Like, they are only getting better as every map progresses. Yeah,
and right now, MYM might as well just get ready for the next map. They're just stuck in the middle of the map and not really doing much about it. And Pyro are just hunting them down and fragging. And once again, a bad first round bites MYM in the ass. And yeah, forced to a second map, fourth map.
I know, it's our first best of 5, and it kind of plays with our mind.
Plays with my mind. I'm trying to work it out.
That sound was your brain just dying.
It exploded.
Well, PyroGen, there you go. 2 maps up to 1, and we're going to be heading now to Dawnbreaker here. There's not much more to say about Zalva except they just played damn well and held onto those maps without, or those fights without losing them. But now Dawnbreaker, that's the tricky map. As you said before, it's the Heartbreaker map. Will it heartbreak MeetYourMakers into a loss and give big joy and excitement to PyroGen for winning first in their first time ever?
Well, what's going to get me about this is we've seen Pyro play Dawnbreaker against Dignitas twice. And both times, even though they won both of them, it was really close.
What worries me is that PyroGen, their aim has been ridiculous.
Yeah, I don't know what they've done today, but all of a sudden...
They ate their Wheaties.
Yeah.
I don't know if the hotel serves it, but whatever that German breakfast was, it is working well with their bodies because they are a lean, mean, killing machine. Yeah, a little bit of George Foreman in there. It's overwhelming. It really is. Hexes and Monstro have been consistently good all day long.
And you can see it in the MYM guys here. They're just frustrated. I think that's, if anything, what it is. They're really frustrated. They know they're a top team. They know they can beat PyroGen, but it's not coming out in their play. And that's frustrating. And smiles you can see on PyroGen, except from him, who's basically been the Terminator all day. He's angry. He's on skill. Everyone else may be a bit more happy. But over on MYM, they're just... They must be feeling that they struggle so bad at the beginning. Something goes wrong, and then they're just playing catch-up again. All the time.
The thing is, we kind of talked about earlier on that they don't really care about, being in that kind of situation, that they can always come back from. They've proved that they've been able to play catch-up, but it's got to be draining mentally on you to always be in that situation, to always be losing in the beginning and have to catch up. Like, that has to take a toll on you.
Yeah, the adrenaline must be flowing every time, especially when the kills coming in like that. And that's what a thing about PyroGen that's going so well for them right now.
Yeah.
They've got the flow.
They do have the flow, and right now it looks like they will be on the US side on Dawnbreaker. MeetYourMakers is going to be on the Chinese side. We're at that 25-second countdown remaining. You even hear MeetYourMakers getting pumped up. It reminds me a lot of their well, I guess old now, League of Legends team, where they would get super pumped and hyped before every single match. And well, 10 seconds left to go on the countdown here. Let's see which team is going to pull us off. Will PyroGen close us out in a 3-1 scoreline, or will MeetYourMakers pull it back to a 2-2 wall and take us into the final match? Remember, guys, this is the grand final. If you're just joining us, both teams playing for that first place, playing for the pride, playing for the glory. And let's see which team will pull it out here.
MYM have absolutely destroyed Epsilon on this map before. Can they have a repeat performance? Punchal, first man down for MYM. He was making a push onto that B flag, but it seems that Waffy's pushed through to C. But this is pretty... Oh, that is bad. Straight away, Hexus goes down. The killing machine has been stopped. And this opens up for a ticket bleed straight away for MYM.
Yeah, looks like they will grab control of C, and B looks like will be actually capped over as well. They are doing a fantastic job so far. And right now, Power just seem to be at a loss of words. But then again, same thing happened on Zavod, and they finished that out with a 94 ticket lead. So it's not possible for them to come back from this one, obviously.
Yeah, even though there's a triple cap in effect here, look where everyone is on the map. It's still looking okay for PyroGen.
It's looking really good because look at the line they've been able to build up too. Like they have people in the position or in the right positions around the map. Hexus, he's gonna be a 1-on-2. If he can pull this off, he will be a god. So I'm going to back away, play this one strategically, or will he run away completely away?
He's running because he was on low HP. He got murdered around the corner. He had to make a run for it. And you can see MYM circling around that A flag from all directions.
It's like watching Jaws. Dun, 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 dun. But he does go down, so that will be a cap. But in the meantime, PyroGen immediately respawn again with the cap on C. They are always a step ahead of MeetYourMakers, and if MeetYourMakers want to come back in this one, they need to start thinking harder. They need to start thinking further ahead. Now, Igaho looking for a couple of kills here. Let's get some suppression assists in there, a little bit of healing as well. They will be able to cap over B, and the ticket bleed, it's starting to go in favor of them. They have, oh no, they actually get taken up for the backside. They aren't going to be able to lock that one down here just yet. And both teams only fighting with one flag right now.
And both these teams are spawning in very fast and heavy on top of each other, and that is what Pyro both teams are doing it. So it's constant fights, big fights, and whoever loses not only loses control of the flag, but more importantly, 4 or 5 tickets. And PyroGen looks like they win big again in the center of the map, but they still have not gathered the control of the B flag yet.
There's one man there being a nuisance, picks up the kill. Actually, it looks like we will have PyroGen locked down behind just a second, as well as A. They just went for a complete swap. But though, this is the thing that was funny to me, and this is the thing that to me that perfectly describes PyroGen. Back when they were playing, I want to say it was MeetYourMakers, but it probably wasn't. On Parasol Storm, they did not give a care about the buildings. Right now, they do not care about the balcony. They are just rushing and getting B and then moving away. They're staying out of line of sight of that, and they're winning these fights one-on-one every time. 130 to 119 tickets. The bleed starting to come into full effect here as, again, PyroGen just winning these duels out. And you see them grouping up. They're playing smart, and they're getting the kills at the same time. This is a really unstoppable team right now.
Yeah, they've just got the momentum going right now, and they're circling this B flag quite a lot and threatening C. So MYM need to make sure that they dominate this B flag as quick as possible, or they're going to find a full domination cap against them, and that upper balcony might be helping. But right now,
I don't think it is.
This is looking good.
That's the thing. I don't think it is. I think it's a detriment more than anything. They're committing, 2 people up there, 1 or 2 every time. But look at this, it's a tri-cap coming in. Yeah, you get the positioning, but what do you really get from it if you're not picking up kills?
Yeah, safe in a awkward position here, knowing there's someone nearby, gets the kill, opens up a possibility of either B or A, and it looks like Pyro are expecting a push on A and left B wide open. They've jumped from the balcony, and now MYM are on the move once again, securing the B flag, but C is wide open. I expect to spawn there very soon.
Yeah, I wouldn't be too surprised for that one, but we do have all 5 men of PyroGen up. We're going to win out these duels here. Actually, we do have Punchal getting the respawn, and does get taken down, though. And they will actually, I believe, do a 1-for-1 trade, but Safe going to get the revives. And right now, we see actually a big fight breaking out at B here. Melisium charging with the pistol, and will he get the kills? Oh, he's looking for the first one. He's going to get it. He's going to get the reload as well. He does stop the cap over. He gets a second one with the pistol. And it looks like that will be contested a little bit longer. Picks up, actually switches his kit, picks up another gun, gets the kill. That's number 3. He's actually dodging around the crates. He's looking for the 4th, but no, he doesn't get it. But either way, he stalled them for such a long time that now the rest of PyroGen are going to push into this B flag, and they should be able to lock this one down.
Yeah, it's just Ducky Chan, and he goes down, and that is what happens when one man goes big, and it basically forces MYM off what should have been a flag of theirs. They had the kills, they had the men, they had the numbers, and it just didn't pan out. And now that line of defense is drawn in the sand, and look at Pyro, they're just all over and in the right places.
And even after all this amazing play they've been able to pull off, now Melisium 10-3, they don't have that big of a ticket lead. But this is the part of the game. This is the mid section of it where MeetYourMakers just seem to fall to the wayside, and PyroGen really kick things into the next gear. And right now you can see MeetYourMakers trying to fight back, trying to really do something, but right now they're still being shut down. They aren't winning the duels, and if you can't win a one-on-one fight in an FPS game, you can't capture anything.
Yeah, and that's the issue here. They're constantly just getting stuck. Now it seems like desperation for MYM. It's not like they're doing great, and that's why they're resorting to like grouping up like this. And that's fine for PyroGen. They've got the lead. Keep the fight as far away from that flag as possible, and they're doing a great job of it.
Yes, they are, and they are continuing this. Like, they are not giving up on the pressure. They are consistently putting this in their face. They are fighting for this tooth and nail, and it's really reflected right now because the score has finally opened up. The lead has finally become apparent. 98 to now 58 tickets, 40 ticket difference now. And if they keep this up, it's going to keep growing. And I would imagine, honestly, if PyroGen hit, let's just say an 80 or more ticket lead in this map in the first half, I think that will be it. I think that's it.
Yeah, and right now it's really awkward because of a spawn that came in from Flashall right on top of the B flag. And more importantly, the one-on-one over at B did not go their way. And now the B and C hold is in effect, and the upper balcony might even switch over very soon to Pyro. And it does. This is not looking good for MYM.
This is not looking good at all. They need to kick into second gear or maybe even sixth gear right now with a Ferrari because they are in such a tough position. They are going for the cap on a B here, but they are losing men left and right because of the positional advantage that PyroGen does have. Melisium, I guess he was tired of us talking about Hexus and Monster the entire time because now he's 15-5 and Hexus is only 14-7 right now. Let's see, he's going to be working around the backside, working in towards A here as they do have the swaps coming in. Looks like PyroGen will cap the B as they do get the kills, but then again, there's still two people on MeetYourMakers side contesting A here. They're fighting for it. Look, Melisium gets the kills. He gets one. He's looking for the second. Actually, no, he doesn't get it just yet, but he gets SAF so low as he's forced to back out of this. And he gets it with the grenade, and that will be A taken for PyroGen now.
Yeah, MYM need to consolidate onto this B flag and get it soon. Pull these people away from A and finish B, get it captured, but it doesn't look like they need my advice anyway, as they just push through anyway and try and get the kills. The spawns are going to come in on C, and there's not much you can do about it, so they need to consolidate and push that A flag. They are caught from all sides right now. Melisium at A, more importantly, Hexus over at C. Interesting though, Safer spawned in as well, and this could get really interesting as he gets a kill at C, and they are starting to take tickets away from a team that was far, far ahead at one point.
Oh, Melisium, that glass not being broken might have just saved his life as the first bullet did hit. He instantly backed away. You see two people on PyroGen's side get taken down though. Melisium comes from the backside, gets the kill, and has maintained control here. In just a second, he gets the kill on the punch roll. He's waiting for him just to peek up top of those file cuts. He's going to jump straight in, but gets taken down from the side. And that will be a domination cap. Look at the spawns coming in for PyroGen. They need to make something happen quick here. And that two-man squad that's on MeetYourMakers side up towards his balcony is actually starting to finally work out.
Yeah, once again, MYM finding themselves far behind have started to make a comeback here, and this full domination cap is lasting far too long. And for very soon in this matchup, MYM are going to take the lead for the first time in a while. How do they keep doing this? How have they got the nerves to keep this going? It's just incredible.
It was 98 to like 50.
Yeah.
And now it's 32 to 31.
Yeah, any MYM fans are definitely going to need a defib kit very soon.
This is getting dangerous to me as well because when MeetYourMakers did this earlier on, they were able to get pumped up on Operation Locker. They came back 48 to 44 with that initial turnaround that they were finally able to apply towards the end of the first half. And right now, they've been able to take the lead, as you're saying before. B being contested right now, though. And looks like PyroGen will be able to capitalize off of that one. Safe, though. Looking for another man. He's going to spot out Melisium right there, but not going to go head-to-head against him. Not going to fight that one out. I'm just going to back away from those grenades that have been flooding into his hallway here. But B hasn't been contested or hasn't been taken just yet here. MeetYourMakers going for the push-in. They do get taken down. And it looks like this will finally be going over in PyroGen's favor. So they're going to get the two-cap hold. They might be able to pull off a lead out of this half, but that is not the lead that they had earlier on.
No, not at all. Spawns for MYM are far away from any flag, and they probably have one good push left on that B flag. It's all about B, and Monstro and Hexus, two of the big names and killers, are the ones defending that flag, and be worried that a spawn from Pyro could come on that C flag at any time. MYM need to move quick, and they need to get the kills, and there is that spawn, and it's MYM that get it on C. MYM need to push quickly. 11, 10 for 20, and right now whoever gets the next bleeding holds is going to win.
There you go, gets one kill on a Fox right there. He's trying to stop this this cap on A here. He's actually successfully done it. Going to get some positional advantage though, backing away. And she sees one man in there. Punch picks up the kill with 5 tickets remaining. It looks like that's just going to be it here. If they can't neutralize it, as Melisium comes in, picks up a big kill. That will be it here for the first half. 17-2 looks like it will be the score line. Or 17-1 now. But 17 tickets, considering how big of a lead that PyroGen had. That is nothing. That is nothing.
Nothing at all. And more importantly, MYM were playing on the harder faction in that matchup. And that might be the deciding factor on this map. Melicium, massive scores there, a lot to do with his position in the game. Monstro is possibly the most important player they have. Now Hexus might be getting the kills and Melicium might be getting the frags there, but Monstro is doing things which are keeping the flags, and that is keeping Pyro on course for the first EMS champion.
Yes, very, very true. And we're going to see if that's going to continue here as we get to the second half in just a few. But right now, they are 1 half away from winning. 1 half, that's all it takes.
This is going to be close, I think. But then this has happened before, and MYM just come out the next time and just smash. Yeah. So we'll have to wait and see. They are going to get... They should get the B flag straight away. They should get the bleed right off the back. If they don't, PyroGen will take this map.
All right, well, you heard it here, folks. Let's see if that's going to happen here, as now we're loading back in. That second half will be kicking off. Can MeetYourMakers come back from this one? Can they take it to map number 5, which would be on Siege of Shanghai? Well, PyroGen placing pretty much dead last in terms of the points of who gets into the groups, to have that Cinderella story, get the slipper on their foot, and get into and win now the grand finals. That would be huge for them, honestly. I would imagine they would go crazy, as we've already heard them super pumped after winning, with 80 points, ahead. But a victory in the grand finals against MeetYourMakers, the dark horse.
You're never gonna let that one go. You're obsessed with the dark horse.
I don't understand it. I just even till this day, I just will never understand it.
I'll get you a Wikipedia entry on it. Maybe that'll help you.
It actually might. All right, here we go. Countdown is now over. As you catch me in the tail end of spinning the camera around, and we will have the spawn push coming out of PyroGen. And here it comes. This is the big spot you're talking about. This is the big point of contention. Which team will pull off this fight? And we do see no kills come in just yet. PyroGen throwing those grenades in. They actually see where they are, as we do see the first death come in. It's going to be in MeetYourMakers' favor. And it looks like they have given this one up here. They're not going to get the B take. We actually do see on the backside one man on MeetYourMakers trying to go for the flank. But so far, MeetYourMakers getting a good, strong start here.
Yeah, initial bleed coming in for MYM. That's good for them. They must know that C is probably going to be at some point attacked, and Flax is close enough to defend it, but he needs to do it quickly here as Ikaho trying to get that capture. He gets taken down. That bleed is continuing, but right now they got to be worried about B. Any feint on C is really just to keep the attack on to B going, and there you go. Flasho getting the kill on that flag, and MYM need to do something quick because that bleed is straight over to PyroGen.
Yes, it is, and obviously 17 tickets is not that much in the end, but it's going to come down to the wire here, I want to imagine, between these two teams. Waffle trying to hold on to this balcony side, as he actually takes down, or actually, no, MeetYourMakers lose 2 people to the hands of Hexus. He's going to chase down that third, potentially fourth right now, even potentially fifth, as he's looking for the kills. He gets taken down by Punch Roll. And in the meantime, though, it allows Flashard, who picks up 2 kills for himself, to push straight into C here. We're going to see a tri-cap.
Yeah, that's if Flasho can catch us quickly. He is incoming, gets 1 kill. Spawns are coming on top of him. That's important, and that is the first tri-cap. And Flasho doing brilliant work there. Eventually, probably going to be overwhelmed. Hexus goes down, and it will be MYM taking back the C flag. But right now, B is something. MYM need to attack everywhere, and that's what they're doing. But look at the response straight away. Flasho and Melicium are already going to A. This is looking really good for them, especially when Safe gets taken down by Monstro. Once again, a key player for PyroGen, and a one that's causing no end of trouble to MYM.
And it will be, though, it will be neutralized. Flasher will be nading in, trying to stop this cap from happening. Of course, for him, those nades won't really connect. And B now back over to the control of MeetYourMakers. So that nade coming in perfectly well placed. Picks up a kill, looking for a second. And he's spraying up towards that balcony side as well. He's not going to get it just here. Ikaho looking for a third man. And he's trying to neutralize it here, but he has men on all different sides of him. He's just going to spray and pray down one more guy here. And the rest of PyroGen have pushed up. They have that solid line, and now this could be big. Monstro, you talked about him before. Can he get any kills right here? He's looking for the one man on Waffy. He's not hitting the shots, unfortunately. He's going to spot on the corner. He sees Punch Roll, switches the pistol, but he gets taken down. And B now being contested, but that should go still in PyroGen's favor here.
Yeah, and PyroGen just spawning more and more people onto the B flag, and it's a fight that keeps dragging on. And it's a wonder MYM are not winning constantly. Once again, MYM get wiped out at B, and that is a fight that just broke out at C. Wow!
Hex is picking up the kill. He actually is going to contest this one as well. He's going to force someone back on MeetYourMakers. You see 2 spawns come in. Hexes can he hold on to this in a 1v2? No, he can't. He's going to get taken down. But now, Punchroll on the balcony side with the respawning on top of him. They have a positional advantage right now as we do see Flasher running straight over towards the other side of the street, trying to take down the man that's coming. It's destroyed right there. And now A's vulnerable. The backside of Elysium's vulnerable if he doesn't turn around here in just a second. And this is going to be very dangerous. He does finally fall. And now PyRo pretty much almost getting completely wiped out. They need to do something here. Monster looking to be that monster that he truly is. And he needs to make something happen here soon. 112 to 83 tickets. And PyRo have lost that 2 cap here. However, they should be able to maintain it with the help of Flasher on the back of C.
Yeah, and PyRo are just in better positions here to deal with MYM, and they're getting the kills to prove it. And right now, A and B might go to MYM, but reinforcements for PyRo. Massive spawns on to the B flag, and this is going to be painful. MYM need to do something quickly here, because they are losing control of the most important flag on the map.
And we're approaching 40 tickets on top of that difference between these 2 teams. And B will be locked down here, and Flasher, can he come out winning out this fight right here? Can he stall them? As he's actually, one thing I love about PyRo though is everyone can play every role. You don't have that one person that always plays anchor. You don't have that one man that's always a slayer, even though, you know, Hexus and obviously Muncher have been proving that a little bit wrong, but everyone can do everything. And everyone reacts so quickly to each other's calls that, you know, if one person realizes, hey, we have 3 people at B already, I already know where they're looking, I can go in a different direction and hold that angle down. And they are adapting so quickly to MeetYourMakers. They're trying to play their own game here. Right now, they have been 2 capped, and they need to pull something back here in just a second. And it looks like it might come down to A here if Hexus can pick up this kill.
Yeah, Punchroll can do a bit of a delaying action, but he seems to want to go back to B, and that's understandable here. But right now, this is the thing about PyRo. Sometimes the train just gets derailed, and then everything just goes wrong. Kills come in everywhere, and flag captures. This happened against Dignitas, and it did happen against MYM earlier today. And if there's one map that MYM do quite well on from behind, it is this one. And once again, this game is starting to even up.
Definitely is, and so there's only a 17 ticket threshold for MeetYourMakers right now. They have to make sure everything counts. Let's check out that they are able to apply. It's worked out well for them. They actually get a kill from Flax on the backside onto Monstro. Stops the push on a C here. And not to mention, Punchro actually capped A, so they almost have a tri-cap right now. And PyRo, just like you're saying, being derailed, they don't even know where they're going. They need to make something happen soon. They need to make a decisive decision, or that lead that they built up with almost 40 tickets is, well, it's going to be gone. It already is now.
Trip cap. That is a trip cap by MYM onto PyRo. Once again, PyRo looking strong at first, and then all of it just goes wrong, and I honestly cannot tell you why. They are been looking so strong, then all of a sudden it just comes apart. But there you go, even though that there's a full cap against them, they have a chance to take B, hold C, and it's a one-on-one. It's going to decide this Safe versus Hexus.
Well, Safe not going to get the kill, but he does get some spawns on top of the gate. It's going to come out, but Hexus is going to run the backside. In the meantime, MeetYourMakers going to rush straight into C. They're going to go for the cap here, but let's take... Well, actually, Fox picked up the kill on the Hexus in the back, so they will get control of C here, but Igaho, if he can come out big, if he can get this one kill that he needs to his right side, which is not even looking, which he won't get, he could have maintained control of A, and now MeetYourMakers able to get a tri-cap yet again here. PyRo, what is happening? They are losing on this map. They have 56 tickets left. This is going to be exactly what we saw in Operation Locker, I feel.
Yeah, and more importantly, this is just complete control by MYM. They are doing the impossible yet again. Fighting a retreat has become a possible victory for them. This is absolutely top level. PyRo just look amazing some rounds, and then it kind of collapses the next. I don't know what to say. Doki-chan taking out 2, threatening A now. This is PyRo on the back foot for the first time in a long time, and C is going up a 2-on-1, and Monstro needs reinforcements, or he just needs to kill both guys.
Yes, he does, and this is the time for him to prove how much of a monster he is. He does get the respawn though. Hex is jumping in the backside. He's still alive here, fighting for his life, fighting for the flag. He takes that punch rule. It's going to be neutralized, but then again, MeetYourMakers committing 2 more people to that. They're going to lock that down here, and we're seeing Flax trying to hold on to, or trying to actually capture A over. PyRo finally got that 2 cap back, but he gets eliminated. Now we need to see PyRo send everyone they possibly can over towards B to hold on to this push that MeetYourMakers is throwing at him, because we are getting so damn close to this map being over almost in any team's favor at this point.
Yeah, but this might favor PyRo more than any. They just need to rush in and hold this B flag as quick as possible. But the thing is, MYM know what they need to do, but the kills are coming for Pyro, but Hexus is the only guy left forward, and he gets taken out. This has forced Monstro back, but the capture at C is coming down.
William's pulling 3 people. He's pulling 3 people back, so if he can pick up these 3 kills, that's almost going to be it. He picks up 1. He gets the, he almost gets the cap onto it. It's just a sliver of life left. He does get taken down, but he pulled so many people back that now PyroGen are going to cap B here, but look at this, safe. Look where he is. He is on A. He's getting respawns. They're going to get control of A and C. They're getting the 2 cap back here. And PyroGen, again, they have to fight up against this hill. They have to get something back right now, and they're getting so close to being tied up here 2-2 in maps.
Yeah, and MYM just need to play a solid game here, not get too crazy. They must know that A is under attack by a lot of people, but they must know at the same time, any man who goes to B now is going to be pretty much killed.
Oh, Hexus! He's in a 1v1, he gets Waffy, he gets the kill, that's going to be C locked down, there's no one else near them, they're going to get a tri-cap here. They're going to get so many tickets off, this Melisium can pick up a couple of kills, he's going to lock things down, he gets 1, he's almost into the second, but he gets shut down. And that will be A traded for C here.
Yeah, it all comes down to B. Once again, the most important flag on this map, and MYM can go for it or rush for C, and Ponchral is doing just that. The rest of MYM need to play smart here, think about what they're doing, and not get too crazy. They have time on the board. This is not done for either team just yet, but they need to play smart. Right now, Flags needs to back off, hold that A flag. He's the only man that can do it, and they all get taken out.
They get the 2 kills. They're going to get control of A. Now they need to rush everyone back towards B. They're sending every man they possibly have. 11, 10 tickets remaining for them. They need to get this cap. It will come in just a second, but more importantly, they have to hold on to this B, which is currently being capped over for MeetYourMakers. It's going to be neutralized now. 8 tickets remain. They need to bleed away 10 more for MeetYourMakers to lock down their victory and secure themselves as the winners of the first season of the EMS One Battlefield 4 series. And right now, MeetYourMakers are fighting tooth and nail.
It's all about getting in that cap zone. PyroGen to win. The EMS need to just get into that flag zone. They're not doing it. There's only 1 left. It's Monstro. But if he can't get in that zone, they will not get the capture. And there you go. We're going to another map.
Wow. MeetYourMakers.
How do they do this? How can you put yourself in
idea.
a position where you're that far behind and still manage to win the map?
I think one thing that helped was Ponchral going 23-9.
Yeah. Yeah, that helps. But
oh man,
like we were saying with Pyro, Ico's are great, Monster's great, Hexa's great, Flash was great, Melisium great. None of them are above the other. They all chip in and do a great job. MYM the same, but Ponchral always gets kills like that. In a series, it will happen, and it pushes them to win maps.
And you know what that means, right? We're going to Siege of Shanghai. The final map now. The final map guaranteed of this season, of this tournament. You're worried about this map. This is a map that can go either way. You don't feel too heavily one-sided for either team right now.
Yeah, but I'm going to say something which cursed Epsilon and lost them heavily.
Okay.
I think PyroGen on Siege can do it. I feel that they just have this chemistry that works as soon as the kills start coming, and it just goes out of control. But MYM seem to derail that train every so often, and when they do, they just take control of the game so dominantly.
Yes, they do. They are so good at throwing in whatever derails trains.
A train stop, I know what they are.
That works. But in the meantime, before we get into the final map of the match in the best of 5 of the grand finals, we're going to head over to Red Eye and Benson one more time to discuss those last 2 maps.
Thanks very much, champs. Ben, deep breath. 5th map incoming, but let's just wrap up the last 2. It almost seems like a mirror image of the first 2 maps. In the 3rd map, Pyro back to their best again, back to where they were doing things really well in map 1, got it all locked down, take a 2-1 lead, all looks healthy for them. Map 4, they have a reasonable lead from the first half. In fact, there were 50 tickets at one point, and MYM locked them down to 17 in the end. So really great comeback from MYM to really restrict them to 17, but still it looked like a tall order to come back and win and turn around. And there it is, it happens again. The comeback kings are still in the game, it's 2-2. Interestingly as well, let's just consider this for a moment. Pyro were 9 tickets away from championship glory.
I knew you were going to bring that up.
Yeah, it's so close, it's within touching distance, but now they have to reset and do it all again. Mindsets now, Ben. Pyro disappointed after that, obviously. They're going to be like, damn it, 9 tickets and we would have won this thing, and now we have to do another map. MYM, on the other hand, winding their sails, confidence flowing again. They've gotten rid of the first and third map, but is it odd one out each time? Is it first, third and fifth for them that they struggle on?
It could well be that case, but what I've been really impressed with by PyRo is after every single map, win or lose, they'll get themselves into that group huddle, they'll discuss, all right, what went right, what went wrong, how can we improve? That mentality is only going to benefit you in the long run.
It's interesting, isn't it? Because you're right to point that out. All of MYM have got up, they've gone outside, they've gone to get some fresh air, they've got to do whatever they need to chill out. PyRo's still sitting there. They're all grouped round, they're all talking to each other, they're discussing what they're going to do for the last map. You're
exactly.
right.
Not in a negative way, though. That's the key.
Absolutely not. No, they didn't look downhearted or anything. They look like they're ready. And they've just been given the 1-minute signal, so they'll be popping back to their chairs momentarily. MYM are just sauntering back in as well. It's been a terrific weekend. I can't think of a better way than to top the final off with a 5-mapper. We've been blessed. We really have been very lucky.
It's the perfect send-off. It really is for a fantastic tournament. I just had a feeling it was going to end this way, though. I just really had a feeling it was going to go all the way to that 5th map. Both these two teams look so good all weekend, but if I'm sat at home watching this, I'm thinking, well, when PyRo have won, they've done it a little bit more emphatically. It hasn't been tough.
Yes, you're absolutely right. It's a very good point. Maps 1 and 3, they were
so simple for them.
Yeah, they were dominant on maps 1 and 3. There was no doubt about it. Maps 2 and 4, though, probably should have wrapped up at some point and ended up not winning it, mainly through MYM's resilience more than anything else.
Yeah, pretty much. They don't want to lose. They're here to win, and it showed through. But going into that 5th map now, I kind of don't want to put bad voodoo on them, but
and let's not do that. Let's not make any predictions right now, because the predictions are locked in, and you guys can't change your predictions anymore anyway. It's going to be a fantastic last map. And I honestly think now we could probably take a coin out of our pocket and flip it for either one of these to win, because it's going to come down to little details now. It's going to come down to a moment of madness or a mistake or a moment of brilliance from one of these players.
Absolutely.
And that can change the whole game around and win the match for them, win the championship for them.
Yeah, definitely. I'm looking at some of the top players from both these two teams now to really come out, and you have to forget about the whole tournament. It doesn't matter now. It's this one game. It's going to decide everything.
It's not single elimination. It's single map. Single
Exactly
map
that.
takes all. Winner takes all on a single map. So it's not quite all, of course, because second place does get €5,000, but it's first place 10,000 plus the gold medals plus the trophy. There's a lot on the line for this last map. Let's before we go back to the commentators, players are almost ready. Let's talk nerves as well right now. Are they going to creep in for this 5th map? I mean, they crept in at the start.
I think
you could see it, but now they're settled, right?
Because of the break, I think you are going to see maybe a little bit of nerves in the first 60 seconds or so. But as soon as that's gone, they're going to be like, oh, yeah, back to where we were, a couple of minutes ago. Game time. Let's play.
Okay, thank you very much, Ben. It's been a pleasure having you here. Let's go back to our commentary team for the 5th and final map. Gents, I know you're going to enjoy this, and I hope you at home are going to enjoy it as well. We're about to crown our first ever EMS One champion for Battlefield 4.
All right, thank you very much. I'm still kind of speechless. Actually, I went to the restroom, and actually I ran to Ikaho, and I ran to one man, I don't know his name off the top of my head, from MeetYourMakers, and they were talking. I think it was Safe, actually. And they were like, wow, this is like the best final ever. This is one of the closest games we've ever seen, and we're going into Siege of Shanghai next. A map that they both actually don't want to play on right now. They wish they could switch up last second, but it's a map that both teams don't like equally, which pretty much tells you that you don't know who's going to win it at that point.
It's the wildcard map. It really is.
Yeah.
It's going to be one of these maps which is just going to be hard to call. But I got a feeling, here's my feeling on how this map's going to go. One team is going to just storm it.
I thought you were going to say one team will win. I'm like, wow, what a feeling.
Yeah, one team is going to win this.
And will there be one loser?
There will be no losers.
All right, well, we will get this underway shortly. We're just having the map load up yet again here, and both teams, I think I saw Safe's hand shaking a little bit. He was like, I don't know if there's a Red Bull, though, but he was really he wasn't freaking out, but he was super excited over how close this game's been. And right now, we're getting underway here in just a few with this final map, Siege of Shanghai. We're going to have MeetYourMakers over on the Chinese side, PyroGen over on the US, and you said we think one team is going to win this one easily. If the trend continues, we had, obviously, PyroGen win on the first map, 80 tickets. On the second map, we had a very close game, 44-48, where MeetYourMakers won. Third map on Zavod, 94 tickets for PyroGen. The last map on Dawnbreaker, 17-26, very close on tickets. The trend continues. It's going to be a very one-sided game, like you're saying.
Yeah, I feel like that, and I think it depends on the break here. B is going to be a very, very important flag. Both teams should probably go for it, but then in response, Pyro might try and sneak around that A flag. The A-B hold is what MeetYourMakers will start with, and they have the better start, better spawn by far, and they have sent 2 to B, and they might get overrun.
All right, well, ladies and gentlemen, we are into the final map of this entire event right now. We're into the grand finals, map number 5. You guys have voted who you think was going to win. Let's see if you guys are going to be right or wrong here. And PyroGen off to a strong start. Looks like they will be able to thwart that entire attack onto B, gain control of C and D, get that early 2-1 hold, but Ducky-chan trying to be sneaky, but he's not Sneaky-chan, he's Ducky, as he does get taken down, and we're going to see MeetYourMakers try, or sorry, PyroGen go for a cap onto B and A now. They're going to swap it up here, and Monstro, if he could pick up these 2 kills, this is going to be huge. He's looking for the first one on Flax. He's not going to take it, though. Flax is going to turn it onto his head and pick up that one. So C will be capped over in the end, but Melician is playing a little bit of a floater role. He's looking for anyone they could possibly kill. And you can see the push onto A is being shut down a little bit here. Now we're going to tag him along with Hexes. Can he stop this push coming in from the shop? And instead, he's just going to nade it up. Going to actually buy him a lot of time to heal, too. He's actually, why do you chase him down? No, he's going to just push him away. And we're seeing an attack come in at B here.
Yeah, and flags all over the map are being attacked, A and B, a one-on-one over A, and it looks like Puncher decided to give up that fight at A, going the long way round, but at the same time, the fight at B is still continuing. This is just a back-and-forth game straight away.
Very back and forth, and I'm agree with you. I'm in the same boat where it comes down to, in the end, there's going to be one clear victor in this one. And
that's huge. That's huge. Punchroll 2-on-1 breaks through to that A flag, and there's a possibility of a full domination cap in effect here. MYM breaking through the line, and they're making a fight at it at C as well.
Yes, they are, and Hexus looks like he's going to be able to cap this one over since they all went for pretty much the respawn there. We do have, though, Monstro pushing in towards B. Let's tag along with him. Let's see if he can pick up these 2 kills that he's going to need. He's just spot 1 man out, but right in the corner, he gets taken down here. And finally, it looks like MeetYourMakers have been able to draw their line in the sand and start to build up a little bit of advantage here. Having A, having B, getting kills left and right, currently 18-11. It's looking good if you're a MeetYourMakers fan.
Yeah, and this is what I talk about, Pyro. They look good for so long, and then all of a sudden these kills kind of come like a waterfall, and it's all over the place, and they struggle. And I don't get it. They do so well, and then it just goes so wrong. But right now, even that being said, they are only a bit behind here, and a fresh attack on B might rescue them. And a spawn round A is probably inevitable at this point.
Yeah, I think you're definitely right here, as we do see Argent going to be pushing in back to B yet again, looking for some sort of play on B. As you see, Flasher, he's trying to stay alive, 29 health. He's staying healthy enough, but looks like they will be able to cap B over, though. In the meantime, we see Safe. He's actually going for a counter cap, and he's going to be sitting inside a steel container looking for someone to push into him. He's getting the respawns as well. They're going to push out here in just a second, I want to imagine, but they get naded in their face. They're backing away now, and I want to say Flasher can hold on to this 1v2 if he gets the kills that he needs.
Yeah, he needs to. There was a push at A, but it got shut down by Ducky, and that B fight goes decisively for MYM. At the meantime, C is wide open for an attack, but once again, this game is looking really bad for Pyro. That B flag is constantly with MYM.
It is, and PyroGen, they seem to just give it up. They don't really care about it. They're going for A and C. They just want to grab any flag that they possibly can, and they're going to send 2 men over towards B right now, but they're up against a 3-man squad. I'm not sure if they can penetrate these defenses, because right now, 113 to 87 tickets, MeetYourMakers have finally been able to build up a lead that they've been struggling to do in quite a few of the maps currently.
Yeah, and they're just constantly, so there's a one-on-one left. Hexes against Ducky-chan. No spawns in yet, and it goes Ducky-chan's way. That is, and at the same time, A is being threatened by Safe, and while this is going on, Flax is holding C. A full domination cap could happen here, and Pyro is scrambling to stop this A capture.
Yes, they are, and Monstro, it looks like he will be able to cap C back for himself here, but it might just be a little bit too late. They're already fallen 30 tickets behind, plus almost 40 at this point, and we can hear MeetYourMakers over on their comms right now, and
Where flex? Left side of
this is really damn calm, considering what's at stake here. Calls are short, they're precise, and everyone knows what they're doing.
4 randoms they just called for. No spawning on players. All go random and see where you spawn. And all of those have been up near C. A single man push at B shut down from Pyro. But that random spawner they called for, you heard it, was going to give them a possible spawn on A or C, and they got it at C instead.
All right, well, now they're fighting C. There's going to be a 3-man push. See Elysium trying to hold on to this. He does pick up 1 kill. Look at the second. He will get taken down, though, and that will be C capped over for MeetYourMakers. But immediately you see Flasher. You see Ika rushing straight towards B here. They get the respawns. Can Flasher lead the charge into B, or is he going to go over towards C right now? You see Swaffy actually turns the kill back onto him, and right now this is getting very dangerous right now for PyRoGen. 57 takes to 95. They are falling by the wayside. They need to do something here, and they just seem to be lost words. They just are dying left and right.
Welcome to Siege of Shanghai, the map that's replaced Dawnbreaker as the one where massive scores can come into effect quickly. But don't be disheartened, PyRoGen fans. Remember that MYM were able to come back from this, so why not PyRoGen? And this is still looking good for MYM, but not too far away from being salvaged by PyRoGen. They just need to get the right kills and get the flag caps.
They do, and right now MeetYourMakers 50 kills to 31. They are doing everything they possibly can to not allow those kills to come into play, and we're seeing a push, a 4-man push actually by PyRoGen onto this A flag, and they're getting shut down quite well. They're getting the revives in, but there's 2 men of MeetYourMakers here. Will they pick up the kills, or will they get shut down? Safe gets taken down. There's going to be 1 man in the shop. Flax, when we get flanked around, he picks up 1, he picks up number 2. It looks like, actually, no, the backup comes in for MeetYourMakers, and they stop the push on A. They have pretty much just destroyed PyRoGen, and now they're down to 29 tickets here.
PyRoGen will spawn everyone on B right now. They have to break it, and they have to break it soon. But while this happens, more and more MYM are filtering into that flag, but it's just Ducky Chan left. It's him by himself holding the B flag, and I don't even know if PyRoGen know he's there. They eventually discover his presence and kill him, and this is the chance that PyRoGen need to come back in this game, because 23 to 88 right now, not looking great, but a full domination cap is how they're going to try and respond.
And they might be able to pull it off too. They're going for the cap on A. They're going to pull the one off here, but will they lose out on C as MeetYourMakers have gone for the respawns on top of it? Safe gets taken down, and we do see the return kill back onto the man that was by the boxes straight in front of you. And see, well, they haven't capped it over just yet. They're taking their damn time. Why are they doing this? As they do finally get someone on top of it, but it took a long time, maybe too long. But right now, 21 to 72 is the ticket difference between these two teams. And PyRoGen, they're fighting. They're fighting as hard as they can, but is it too late?
It's not too late. They are in a great position here, but it all comes down to B. They need to hold this flag. It's just Hexus by himself. More spawning. Welcome to domination, people. That's what happens, and that's the pain you can get if you spawn your teammates on top of you. They get killed because they have no idea where the enemy are.
They do not, and we're going to see C trade over, but as well as A going for the side of MeetYourMakers, and 66 to 16. This is looking to be the biggest lead that MeetYourMakers will have coming into a second half, or actually the first time they'll ever have a lead against PyRoGen coming into the second half. And with that big of one, you kind of called it. You're saying there's going to be pretty much a landslide for one of these teams, and right now MeetYourMakers, they're stepping up to the plate.
Yeah, but PyRoGen are getting important kills. They broke through to A, and they're going to be able to get that capture. Melisium versus Flax and Pontrol at B. While this is going on, C is going to swing over decisively, and this is the last gasp on this round for PyRoGen. They need to overwhelm this B flag, and they need to do it now. They have no other time. They need to get into that flag, and Pontrol is shutting them down one at a time, and Monstro goes down, and so does the last hope of salvaging this round.
All right, so we're looking at 60 tickets now in favor of MeetYourMakers. Into the first half. First time they've ever had a lead here in this best of 5, and we're going to go into the second half where PyRoGen, they are not out just yet. As you were saying before, Siege of Shanghai become the new Dawnbreaker. It's not possible to get these giant leads, and it's not possible to come back from the 60-point deficit.
Well, we've seen teams come back from some crazy stuff today.
Yes,
I would not be surprised to see PyRoGen doing it. And you can just see everyone is looking calm over in the MYM camp. Over in PyRoGen, they just look like they were almost getting ready to start. But yeah, they must be getting worried right now.
They have to be. I mean, they've already fought this hard. I mean, obviously they can be happy with how far they've gotten right now, but no one ever wants second.
No one
ever wants to become second. No one ever wants to be that first runner-up. They want to have the glory. They want to have the fame, and not to mention the money of winning this one out. And obviously we'll be kicking off the second half shortly here, but MeetYourMakers, 60 tickets to work with. And I want to stress this again. First time they've had a lead come into the second half in this best of 5. First time.
First time. And you would we've always talked about MYM. Why do they always end up having to play from behind and then doing so well?
Yeah.
Maybe what are they going to do now that they have a lead?
Well, hopefully it's not the opposite. Hopefully they don't start off strong and then completely fall behind. And obviously they have 100 or 90 tickets to work with here that they can play with.
Well, if you want some the brighter side of this for the PyroGen team, they will be starting with the more likely better spawn. A and B should go their way.
Thing to me is, though, it wasn't the spawn that won that round for MeetYourMakers. It was Punch Rule and everyone else stepping up their aim when they really needed to.
Yeah, and it was they were in right position, right time, and they just did a great job. This is going to come down to the middle fight. B, and if MYM want to play that game, they have got more room to work with. Maybe they want this game to go into flux and just make it chaos and keep it close.
All right, well, countdown has begun. We're down to 5 seconds remaining. We're going to see PyroGen over on the Chinese side and MeetYourMakers over on the US. And we're going to find out who your victor is going to be at the end of this half, ladies and gentlemen. We are at the tail end of this entire season. And let's see how this one goes. A, going to be captured for PyroGen. B, going to be taken with 3 people. But can MeetYourMakers fight back here? Can they get the kills they need? And we'll see B get locked down for PyroGen. So now the 2-1 hold in favor of them. But remember, they're fighting on quite a few tickets, and they have no one at A currently.
2 went down, and Waffy and Ponchal doing the damage, and more importantly, 1 man left from PyroGen at B, but it's Flash or respawns came in, but there's the initial bleed, and it all comes down to B. All of this movement is really just to try and keep this flag open to an attack, and it's probably going to come in very, very soon.
Now we're going to find out if PyroGen can recover from this one. They've been having a tough time doing it this pretty much best of 5. And B isn't being kept over just yet, but we are hearing PyroGen currently now in their calls. What do you take from this so far, from just what you're hearing?
Well, unfortunately, I don't...
Okay, well that right there kind of tells it to me that they're feeling the pressure. They're 100% feeling the pressure.
Especially on B, because right now that's where it's all coming down, and you can see the spawns coming in, everyone spawning in, and PyroGen having the better time of it because of their spread. They've got a semicircle around MYM there, and they're getting the kills. This game is pretty close right now, with MYM being forced onto the C flag. They went for a randomized spawn, and they got it far, far away at C, and this is PyroGen's chance to win.
And Flasher, he's going to go down here in just a second. He has to be going down. Yep, there it is. We have 1 man safe pushing from the side, but then again, look at Ikaho. He's waiting for this man to round the corner. If he hits his kill, it's going to be huge. He's going to help control A. He's going to get the first shots off, but Wickethill, no! Save! Picks it up! And that alone might have given control. Yes, even with the kill coming in for Ducky Chan, they're going to get control of A here. This is going to be a 2-1 hold, as we do have the spawn for Flasher, though, coming around the backside.
They're all down. B is open. The door to the championship just opened as soon as B goes down. That is the most important flag, and MYM took it by feigning attack A, which they took and won anyway, but then taking it at B. Across the board, the smaller attack and the big attack all pay off, but they haven't been in the right position to defend B, and Ikaho sneaks in a capture and 2 kills, and when it looked great, it just went sour.
It did, and right now we're seeing actually PyroGen pick up quite a few kills. They almost completely wipe out MeetYourMakers, as we do have 1 man over towards the top side, Hexus, and basically a 1-on-3 right now. If he could pull this off, it would be exactly what PyroGen needed. It would be that boost. They have control of B, they have control of C. Can he maintain control? He's picking up 1, picks up a 2nd, and there's going to be 1 man behind him. Will he actually pick up a 3rd as well, as he's right above him on this escalator? He's going to turn around. He's going to charge him straight into his face. Will he get the kill as he needs? Yes, he will. That's going to be 3 kills. That's going to be a hold onto C. He's going to get the revive on top of that. Or no, he's actually going to bypass him. He says, screw you, teammate. I need to pick up more kills. And he get a 4th now, looking for potentially more. Remember, and Hexus went big against Fnatic on Zavod earlier on in that semifinal. It carried them through the game, and right now he is a single-man wrecking ball.
That's because they're playing up against the wall right now. 60 tickets is the cutoff point right now. They are ahead in this round, and they're threatening a full domination cap, and MYM is stuck on the top left side of this map and nowhere near any flag except from C, and that is not good. But look at Ponchal sneaking around A.
And he is, well, he's not going to be spotted right now. We do have 1 man there, but Hexus gets taken down. So it looks like they will control A, they will control C yet again here, but PyroGen, they need to respond quick. Ikaho going to go head-to-head up against 1 man, gets the kill on the Waffy. That will actually get C back if he wants to go take it here. And A being contested, Flasher is going to give his chance. He's going to give all he can to stop this cap on A, maybe turn around. He's going to come in from the backside. He's going to have that 100 health. But will he get the shots up? He spots out Punch Roll, gets the kill onto him. He has 3 HP left. He's going to continue to push in. He will get taken out from the side, though, but he has a teammate spawning in. And we still see MeetYourMakers is winning this fight in the hands of Flags, but he finally falls. That will be A traded back, as we had Ikaho finally go for the cap on a C. PyRo, they're not out just yet. It's 106 to 82 tickets, and they're getting closer to potentially locking this one down and holding on.
Well, we're not going to get a boring final here. Both these teams are just going right for it. MYM are behind right now, but they are threatening the flag capture. But once again, can they hold B? They had great success in the previous round, but in this one it's not been there, and PyRo are on the march for that B.
And those nades are just flooding in right into Wafi's face. He's able to dodge out quite a few of them, able to heal up. They do get one kill, but then you see the rest of PyRo moving from the side. We're going to see about a 3-on-3 fight, but look at the position Wafi's in. He's right behind them. Is he going to push out and spot them out, or no? Is he actually just going to mark them for his teammates? He's actually going to push out right into Monstro. Will he get the kill? He does pick that one up and has stopped that push onto B. Here's going to be one more man. He gets the kill onto him. He's going to actually get taken out from the backside finally, but he has made his presence known, and they're going to get the cap on A. They're going to lose C, though, and not to mention, they are able to hold on to B with the help of him, but Nexus, actually no, sorry, they do cap B over for PyRo, but it's getting so close. 64 tickets remaining for MeetYourMakers, 96 for PyRo.
And do you know what's going to happen here? You know what's going to happen here? MYM are just going to stick on C and A. That's what they want. They just need the ticket bleed. They don't need nothing more. They are going to hold this C and A and bleed those tickets out of PyRo. And as soon as PyRo send too many people, they will overwhelm a weakly defended B.
They've been able to do that so far, and it looks like they're going to do that right now. They get control of B. We see 3 men on side of PyRo being stopped by 1 man or 2 men as Wafi does get taken down. They're going to get control of A here, not to mention Flash, who's already in prime position for C, but we see 3 men on MeetYourMakers heading straight for him. Can he defend against this? He's going to have 2 from his right, he can have 1 in front of him. He actually spots out Pruntrel. Nade coming in as we do get a respawn off him. He gets taken down, but he has stalled long enough that maybe now PyRo can go for this hit on the B.
This game is just going crazy right now. Ducky-chan, sole defender for B, 1-on-1 with the Great One as Wafi comes in from behind and finishes it off. Can't believe we got a wrestling reference in here. And more importantly, MYM are closing this one out. There's not many tickets left in this game at all.
There's 19 to go here, but they only have 53 remaining. If we do see PyRo get that 2-man hold that they need, that 2 cap, they might be able to make things happen. They do get control of C. They do have control of A currently, but that will get swapped over in just a second as Ducky-chan defending onto B, and you can hear MeetYourMakers, they are pumped up. They realize we are so damn close from locking this one away. We just need a couple more kills. Another 2 cap will make sure to secure this, and MeetYourMakers getting threatened at B now.
Yeah, and MYM again overrun at that B flag. It's a 4-man push on 2, and you can see straight away MYM's attention is straight onto that C flag, and they're running for it right now.
But look at this, PyRo in a position to stop this. They have 3 men there to the 2 of MeetYourMakers, and Ikaho is going to get taken down, but he will get the assist. They will wipe out that squad that is there, and now we see the backhand coming out of Flasher. We get a kill from Monstro onto 1 man, he gets taken down in the end, and can Flasher hold on to A? He's going to get finally fall, and that will be a cap back over for MeetYourMakers, but the 2 cap hold is still in favor of PyRo. They have 14 tickets left to work with to the 37 of MeetYourMakers.
Yeah, and you can just see that PyRo know they're in the center of the map. They keep those spawns coming in, but every kill is counting right now. 33 tickets to 72, but the bleed is for PyRo. But there's only 1 left from PyRo, and that's Melisium. Everything is in trouble here. If he gets taken out, then that cap is coming in, and they're threatening a triple cap in the championships, and this is the last round, and they are in total position. Then look at that full domination cap. What can PyRo do now?
Nothing. That's going to be it. 3 tickets remaining. They have to fall down to 59. This will be over with 2 tickets. 1 more ticket to go. And that's going to be it. You can hear them on your headsets. That is MeetYourMakers coming up big, coming back from being down a map the entire series to win it all. You can see what it means to them. They have been declining the entirety of all the cups, but to come out huge in the final moments, in the only thing that really mattered, the finals, as they finally got into it, they win the best of 5 against PyRo, who also has come out of nowhere and have done admirably this entire tournament.
The team that won the first Beta Cup has just won the first EMS.
Comes full circle.
Yep. A team that everyone's been questioning, not won a championship in a long time, have just blitzed their way to the final, and then had the hardest fight they have probably ever encountered in PyRo.
I mean, both teams can honestly feel good about that. Both of them played so damn well. MeetYourMakers just had that little bit of extra that they needed and pulled it back. And I mean, considering they lost the first map, they won the second barely, they lost the third map, they won the fourth barely, then they just completely stomped them on, well, not stomp, but it was probably the biggest victory that they had against them on Siege of Shanghai. I mean, it looks like PyRo just don't even know what happened right there. They knew they were so close. We were so close. My hair is soft, but we were so close.
They were so close so many times. That's the thing about it. They were taking...
Close doesn't cut it.
They took MYM to the limit every time.
Yes, they did, and fortunately for them, like I said before, close does not cut it, and MeetYourMakers waiting to be crowned the victors. Congratulations yet again to them. Fantastic job. That was probably one of the best semifinals, the finals that we could hope for.
Yeah, that was crazy. They have done a great job for this tournament.
Yes.
They have been behind so many times. MYM have just made a fan of so many people with that performance, I'm sure. They just did the impossible so many times.
Yes, they did, and we definitely need to talk about the path they took to get here. So I'm just going to pull up the brackets just to make sure that I'm 100% right in these, but it was not easy for them. I mean, they took down ESC 2-0, and I'm checking out the next one. They lost to Fnatic 1-2. Oh, there we go, on the screen. Perfect. Thank you, guys. So they took down ESC. They lost to Fnatic. Then they had to play out through the loser side of it, where luckily for them, they came back against against Epsilon with a 2-1 win. Then to go on to play against UMAV and win in a 2-0, then to just come down to the end where 66% of the votes were for Pyrogen and 34% were for MeetYourMakers to just pull out technically now an upset. So well played by them. And the thing is, they didn't have the easiest of times to get here in groups as well. They had to beat UMAV twice in groups to qualify.
Yeah, and I am totally in awe of MYM. They did a great job this tournament, but let's not take anything away from Pyrogen. They have upset so many big teams. Beat Dignitas twice, beat Fnatic, and
that's no. I mean, Dignitas twice isn't easy, and then to beat Fnatic as well.
Yeah, and they didn't just beat Fnatic.
No,
they destroyed Fnatic. They beat Fnatic so hard, but some of the players don't even know if they want to keep playing. That's how hard they beat them.
That's a little harsh. That shows you how bad it was. But still, I mean, yeah, Pyrogen didn't get past the round of 16. A Cinderella story, unfortunately, has to come to a close here in the grand finals. But they can be damn proud of what they've done. I mean, the work they put in over the past couple of weeks has completely shown tenfold here now.
Yeah, and they're going to be haunted by how close they came, and they came damn
I'm looking at the scores. The thing is, back in Operation Locker, four tickets. That's all it was. On Dawnbreaker, it was, if I can do my math correctly, 9 tickets. That's how damn close they were. If they just think, maybe if I won that 1v1 another time, maybe if I didn't die in the beginning, maybe if that one rush, that one push didn't work out, maybe if I just defend that flag for a little bit longer, maybe if I capped it a little bit quicker, this would have been a different story.
Welcome to Battlefield. That is how it works. Domination revolves around those individual moments of players going huge.
All right.
Both teams managed to have those players.
All right, well, that's going to be it for us. Thank you very much for joining me, Dauber, as well. A big thank you to Benson for joining us. Now, we're going to head over to Red Eye for the awards ceremony to crown our victors.
Thank you very much, gents, and thank you to all three of our commentators who've done a fantastic job over the weekend. It's been a really great weekend of Battlefield 4 action that we brought from EMS One. We're now ready to crown our champions for the first ever EMS One Winter Championship for Battlefield 4. With me from DICE are Julian and Daniel, who are going to present the trophy and the winners and losers medals for our first and second place teams. Winning $5,000 and coming all the way through to a fantastic final. They couldn't quite keep the slipper on, but they were the perfect Cinderellas. Please welcome PyRo.LDLC. Each of them will receive a silver medal. Well done. And did have a fantastic run through. It was fantastic, well played. Gave us some great moments, and we'll remember their championship run through for a very long time. Well done. Put up a terrific fight. Remember, through the regular season, this team didn't manage to get to the quarterfinals, yet here they are in the grand final at EMS One, at the championship stage. Well done. Ladies and gentlemen, one more time for LDLC Pyrogen. Okay, gents. Move over a little bit. Move over a little bit. There we go. Good lads. Let's go. Yeah, go. Thank you very much to Pyrogen. They have given us some fantastic memories, some fantastic moments over the last 2 days in Battlefield 4 that we definitely won't be forgetting in a very long time. Another team who came into this tournament as the ultimate dark horse. They were Dogbert's pick, no less, to win if Team Dignitas couldn't win. A team who have never, ever said no and always shown fantastic resilience through every single match, even to the fantastic 5-map final that we had. Ladies and gentlemen, the champions of EMS One Battlefield 4 are MYM. €10,000 first prize, well done. And the gold medals. Julian handing out those gold medals right now. They are absolutely beautiful as well. Very memorable. They'll keep those forever. It's always difficult, isn't it? Head or handshake? Which one do you do first? Well done. And last two medalists. Safe will be the last man through to collect the trophy as well. He's going to get his gold medal from Julian. Daniel, do the honours. The EMS One trophy goes to Safe and goes to MYM. Ladies and gentlemen, the champions of EMS One. Absolutely brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Don't drop it now, Safe. Jeez, what would you know? That is it from EMS One in the Cologne studios here at VSL Studio One. Thank you so much to all of the teams that have competed throughout the season, right from the A Series, the Go 4 Cups, and all the way through to the Championship Final. Congratulations to PyRo for the runners-up place, and thank you so much to the guys from DICE. But the last word is left for the champions. Ladies and gentlemen, MYM!